What's up, everybody, and welcome to another exciting edition of This Week in Madden Show 205. Now, if you missed last week, you can go back, catch the archive. It's over on S. Gibbs' channel. You want to check that out, click the link right here, and you can see TWIM 204. Gibbs, what did you guys talk about last weekend? I saw some good schemes come out of there, right?
It was all run defense, man. We talked
run
so
defense
much run
101.
defense. We talked so much run defense.
So if you can't stop the run, go watch TWIM 204 on youtube.com/sgibbs. Tonight, we've got great stuff for you. We've got Madden Championship. We've got blitzes. So last week was about run defense. This week, a little more about blitzes, making reads, the best offensive passing formation, pre-snap motions, learning how to pass the rock. We're going to cover it all, and then S. Gibbs has a mystery game of the week.
I have a mystery game of the week
tonight,
and I haven't told you yet.
So fly in.
Fit in
here.
I have sent out the bat signal. I actually set it up for TWIM the Game of the Week 204 last week.
Yeah.
You had to take care of some things. You couldn't be there, and that's totally fine. But we have given this mystery guest an opportunity another week to lab against you. He's been labbing for over a week.
He doesn't know what I do.
He knows what you do.
How does he know what I do?
He knows what you do.
I don't do anything.
Well, he's been labbing.
I do different things. I change up. I go left. I go right.
He's been preparing for you, Farls.
So he's preparing for nothing. He's preparing for everything but nothing.
You could say that. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited. Excited. I think that this is the guy that's going to take you down tonight.
Unlikely.
Yep. Facts.
Extremely unlikely. But we'll have to find out. What we do want to do right now, though, is jump into the mailbag questions. Remember, we take your questions every week, and then we break them down live on the show. So our first question of the night is going to come in from, let's find out,
Mailbag.
Going for Records. He wants to know, what modes qualify you for the championship? So he's speaking about the Madden Championship. We actually have a handy little piece right here that will give us some championship series information. So if you don't know what is the championship series, you'll see that there's $1 million up for grabs this season in the Madden Championship Series. Now, the championship series breaks out into 4 different events.
Yep.
You see the Madden Classic, you see Madden Bowl, you see the Madden Challenge, and then you see the Madden Championship. Now, the championship's under the championship series. So, compete in your favorite mode. So, the modes you can use to qualify are MUT Salary Cap, Draft Champions, and Head-to-Head. Now, I think some people thought Head-to-Head might be MUT Head-to-Head or MUT Unlimited, but it is indeed the regular teams.
Like regular teams.
NFL
play
teams.
Now, ranked. Yes.
Play now, online ranked. You go to online, head-to-head. You pick the Seahawks, they pick the Broncos. You play, you climb that leaderboard. And that is how you can qualify. The Season 1 is open. You recognize some of the regular faces from last year's event. And all you have to do, you can just start playing. Just start playing those online modes, Salary Cap, Draft Champions Ranked, or any of those. Focus on one most likely. I wouldn't say you want to go after all 3. It's not like if you can play 10 games of head-to-head and get to number 200, and then you get to number 200 in salary cap, and then you get to 200 in draft champions. They don't combine those into one, your overall record. I believe it is individual modes. But you can then register for MUT rewards. I'm assuming you guys are all already registered for MUT rewards, but eventually you'll want to register for MUT rewards.
Right, and the register for MUT rewards, that helps you get into the actual qualification period down the road, so that when you have to book travel and all that stuff, that's the reason for it there. So
yes.
Take it right there.
So basically, just to reiterate how you get involved in the championship series, you play Madden 17, you compete in the ranked modes. Remember, draft champs ranked, salary cap ranked, head-to-head NFL teams through the online main menu. Climb the leaderboard, check your standings, and then you want to earn your series points, and that is how you'll climb up.
Series points, real quick, guys, there's a blog over on the Madden Facebook page. So the series points, the way this is going to work is you get a specific number of points depending on how you place in the previous tournaments, right? You can also get series points in the Challengers Premier events. Now, scroll back up real quick.
Yep.
So Keep going. You have to go back to the main page, which is fine. But the way you want to look at this is you scroll down to there you go.
Okay.
So check that out right there. You get your series points from the Classic, the Bowl, and the Challenge, and then that's what's going to help you get to the championship. So you're competing all year to gain those series points to get to the championship.
Yes.
So that's a really important note to make about the series points.
Cool.
And that's all covered on the blog over on the Madden NFL Facebook page.
So check all that out. Start competing in the online modes. Let us know if you're battling, you're trying to get in, you're trying to take on the best, and you want to share that bread that's out there available, that money, that cheese, that cheddar. Give us
fighting.
Let us know in the comments what you guys expect to see coming out of there. All right, so that is the championship news that you need right there. A little breakdown for you. And let's go back into our next question in the mailbag. This time coming in from, I want to know, how do you blitz from the nickel versus blocked halfbacks?
Okay.
So like we said, if somebody comes out in the spread and they're sending all the receivers out, you can sneak guys in because you're only rushing against 5.
Yep.
But the easiest thing to do is just block your halfback, and then you can actually stop pressure.
Right.
So if somebody sends, if somebody's blocking your nickel, dime, blitzes, how do you then mix them up?
Well,
so like this should come in, right, normally?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to really do anything here, and it should just come in. Like, that's the beauty of the buck slant right there. It didn't come in. But, so the idea is, like, in Madden 17, one of the benefits of playing Madden 17 is it's a lot easier to pick up pressure. You block your halfback, and then the line kind of like adjusts and recognizes where things are coming. So one of the things that, like, you don't do as often in this year's game is overload blitz, like, finding those like unicorn send 6-2 free is really difficult. So you have to really call your shots, and you have to really recognize your opponent and say, well, they're going to probably block their halfback. Is it really advantageous for me to now send pressure? Because they should be able to pick it up pretty easily, right? So let's take a look at a blitz here by default that works pretty well. So by default, this is a pretty good blitz right here where you spread your linebackers and crash it out, and then at the snap of the ball, you'll see that we'll get pretty good pressure off that edge.
Yep.
And you also see how that pressure comes in off the double pressure, like the
two
one
guys
free.
Came in. Yeah.
Correct. So then here, if I do that again, spread my linebackers, crash my line out. Now block your halfback. Let I get over there. Now block your halfback. Let's see. Snap of the ball. You can see how it picks it up and it recognizes kind of what you're doing, right? So that's where blitzing can really hurt you. My recommendation is if you're going to blitz against a blocking halfback, like get really aggressive. Like what I really like here would be something along the lines of this, right? So I would spread my linebackers. I would crash it out. I would then blitz my opposite side linebacker here. And then from there, you could consider sending 7 guys. Like I could blitz Joseph here. Like this is like 3rd and 15. You know they need to get time in the pocket. Like 3rd and 15, snap of the ball. You block the halfback there. Like I'm going to send a guy in. He's going to get him free. Like that's one way to do it. That's where I've been seeing the best way to do. Like,
do you believe that
halfback.
if you force them to block the halfback, that you've already kind of won?
Yes.
Like that's the whole purpose of actually, because some of the halfback routes are the better ones in the game too. So like if you can get them to do that, you're got an advantage.
Right. I mean that is the advantage. Like you want them. Your goal, make them block the halfback, and then you go from there. Then you play the game, the cat and mouse game of, okay, if I know they're going to block my halfback, then I'm going to do this. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Mabel. I'm going to run here, and I'm going to play a defense like this. I'm going to only send 3.
Right now, I only got 4 routes.
And then I only got 4 routes. It's 3rd and 15. It's a lot harder for you to convert, and then something bad happens. I mean, that is a big part of how this year's game is playing. Like, you want to force your opponent to scramble. Like, I know it sounds backwards, but like you really want your opponent to scramble because
it's hard.
It's hard to scramble, right. And the playmaker isn't there.
Right.
Like you can still playmaker and have
you
success,
can send people.
Right.
If you want,
you can send anyone on his own or spy. That's kind of what I'm seeing. Like now, I think from nickel is a different story than if we said from bear. Right. So in the beginning of the year, I ran a lot of the 46 bear normal. You're able, because of the 46 Bears alignment, you're able to send 7 and have it be like really clean, like 2-man pressure off both edges. Mm-hmm. Whereas when we run it from this set, like the one thing I want to call out is this. If I were to send 7 from this formation, right, Look at sending 7. I'm sending 7, and 2 of the guys are at linebacker depth that I'm blitzing. So
you got to get in the shot.
Like
you got to get in the shot.
I'm sorry. So they're literally not going to, like, it's going to take them longer to get to the quarterback because they're like their depth, like the 46 Bear had this alignment, like has this alignment, right? It looks like that, where like there's guys close to line of scrimmage, so the snap of the ball they get in quicker. But the nickel, like their alignment is blitzing farther back, so it takes them longer to get in.
Right.
So even if they do get in, it's kind of moot because you could probably get the ball out in time.
Could you be any closer to me right now?
That's the problem.
See what I did there?
What? That's the problem.
All right. You want to give? You got any nickel? Anything you would do specifically from nickel, like that blitz, like the buck slant? Like would you? Would you tell him to abandon it, or would you just actually send 7?
If we had nickel normal, can you go show me nickel normal? Like, let's switch sides here, because I'm pretty sure the Seahawks have nickel normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Oh, it's a spicy blitz.
All right.
Spicy blitz. Ben Hove.
Spicy tuna.
Spicy tuna. Let's switch it up.
Okay, switch sides.
We'll show the spicy blitz. Throw it away. ZFarls just gonna throw a dot quick.
Just quick read across the middle.
All right. So let me see that stick, real quick. We'll go to nickel normal.
So you're saying this nickel blitz is very good, and you would use it against
Yeah.
blocking halfback or no blocking halfback.
And here's what I've been actually doing now. I've resorted now back again to auto flip defense, because when you play auto flip defense, it sets this blitz up.
Wait,
so that
you left it already?
I flip flopped and I went left, and now I came back.
You're the worst.
I know. So I now buck slant show 2, and you auto flip on. It's always going to send the blitz the opposite where the halfback is, like
right.
because that's how the formations align.
Yep.
So that's always a good thing, right?
Yep.
So let's take a look. So here's how I set it up. I baseline and I then spread the linebackers. So by default, I'll let the linebacker go there. So by default, you'll see snap of the ball.
So you don't use that guy anymore?
No. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that pressure. You can make it better. You can make it spicier, but baseline, spread the linebackers. You can spy McDaniel, leave him there, or I zone Ruben here. Mm-hmm. I'll bring up Thomas here. And then I use your Wagner. So like I kind of have a Mabel on the right,
yeah,
and I have a Buzz on the left, and they're in seam flat. So sometimes I'll readjust them, but that's the pressure I'm looking for right there.
Right,
spicy. So block a halfback now.
Okay.
What I see a lot of is that the coverage is so good that what ends up happening is you get them to roll out like old school like passive
right.
3-man pressure.
Right.
And and then you send the dogs, and then they're scrambling, and then they make a mistake
or a read.
Because that's just what I'm seeing happens.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm running it. So if you were to block a halfback, my other resort, like I do sometimes 4th and long, 3rd and long, I do this. I drop here, I drop Bennett here, and I'll use your Thomas. So snap of the ball, and I go like that. And you see, because I blitzed him off the edge, he comes over there.
Yeah.
And then that lets the free man off the left edge. So here, that is its baseline. Spread the linebackers. This time I blitz Wagner, and I chuck him off this edge. I'll drop Bennett into a hook just because I don't want to. I'd rather protect the middle and give him the sideline.
Right.
You block the halfback. You go. I'm gonna get 1 man free. That's a send 6, 2 guys free setup.
So that's what you would do in the nickel. That's a nice blitz right there. Ben Hove flying it in, looking really nice right there. That's nickel normal buck slant. You have the basic setup, but that's just kind of another way to take that.
Run it one more time. Run it one more time.
Right, let me
Snap
see
the ball
what we
there.
got. Halfback or no halfback?
No halfback. It's fine. It's good pressure. It's good pressure. Not that time, but it's good pressure. Ben Hove is the one that introduced it to me. We were messing around, chatting one night. I think it was maybe this past weekend, and he's the one that said, "Check this out, see if it's any good for you."
Question from Dave RZ: how do you send the dogs? If I roll right here,
push the right stick in.
Click it.
Click it. Don't flick it. Right there. Push the right stick in. Flick it the right stick, and then it'll send it sends actually the spy, and sometimes it sends his own defender.
One more piece on this is Viger Mortis in the chat. He's wondering, he moves his guys, but then they go back. Can you shut that off?
No, you can't shut that off because like if I put my guy here, like I want to get him close to like the lineman, he's gonna move.
Yeah.
There's like a imaginary box that you can't put your defenders. Like I can't put Thomas there.
Yeah.
He can't go there. So it's
for your own protection.
It's for your own protection.
It's like Men in Black.
Yeah, you don't want that. Yeah.
Okay, good blitz right there, guys. Make sure to check that out. and give the channel a follow.
I will put the setup on the page, guys.
We'll put the setup underneath the box right there. Okay, here we go. Let's keep diving in here on TWIM 205. Another question is from Going for Records. So he's got a couple questions in here. He says, how do you make reads this year with all of the possible defensive options that people have at their disposal? Like, there's so many more zone coverages. Is the way you make reads after the snap different? Like, what do you look for that you never had to look for before?
Yeah, I mean, this was a great question, actually. Last week we talked a little bit about as well. It's a really good question. I think that you really want to identify, I know it's a post-snap question, but, like, you want to make sure that your pre-snap read is on point. And, like, because if your pre-snap read isn't on point, then you're already behind going into post-snap.
Right.
So that's why I would say make sure you...
Yeah, you still need to have a hypothesis going into it to consider, like, okay, it's one of these two things.
Right.
Like, if it looks like cover 2, like, so say you go to cover 2, right?
Yep.
Like, I got to right now be like, okay, it's probably cover 2. Now, the question of post-snap, is it a hard flat, soft flat, squat, cloud?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got to think about that. You know, if I'm going to put Walford on a flat, like, I got to look and see what B's going to do. Okay, he is going to drop. Or no, he didn't drop. Now I got to get rid of that guy in my mind and maybe throw to B. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think it's a great point. Like, I think a lot of it is reactionary now. Like, there's gone are the days of, like, you have one pre-snap read and then you know where to go with the ball.
Right.
Like, it's how it is now because the game is so adaptive based on the adjustments you can make that it's really hard to make a pre-snap read, and that's the only thing you need to know. Like, there's plays built in the game that I'm seeing more and more people use, like cover 4, show 2. Right? Like, and you're like, oh, it's cover 2, but then it's really cover 4, but they're showing you pre-snap read that is cover 2. And, you know, that's built in there built in to give the game more depth. You know, I would say a great start is get your pre-snap read down. Mm-hmm. Determine man or zone, first thing. Do I think it's man or I think it's zone?
Yep.
Next thing, is it cover 4, cover 3, or cover 2?
Yep.
Or is it a cover 0 like all-out blitz? So that's, you get to there. Then I would try to identify, okay, when my opponent was coming out after we picked our play, you want to key in on a couple things, especially at high-level Madden. Don't snap the ball here. You want to key in on something like this. Snap. We pick our play. And then I swing a guy out. Did you see
left.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. You see where like someone's moving somebody. That should give you a lot of information about what they're doing. So, for example, if I were to do this, I'm setting my play up. I'm doing this, right? And then all of a sudden, you see this set up here. You then see this defender here. Your opponent takes this user and he brings him over here. What would that tell you? Well, what would you think that would tell you that I'm doing? If I'm bringing my user defender over here, what do you think that would be telling you? With this setup, with this alignment, look where the other defenders on the field are. This is a strategy, pre-snap strategy.
So, like, you're going to play across the middle with that zone.
Let me show you. Let me just give you this look.
Yeah.
So if think of it from this lens, and you probably do it while you're playing, and you probably don't even notice you do it, right?
Right.
So if I were to in this formation, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send the hottest fire cheddar blitz of 2016 ever, right? Well, then what's gonna happen? What's behind it, right? Like, what's behind that?
Right.
Nothing. Okay, I better go over there and protect it. We naturally do that when we're playing.
In like right here, like I don't even know what you're in, you don't even know what I'm in, but like right now, just hold the buttons. Like, you're gonna look for the drag to the tight end.
Yep.
Because you can't worry about a corner.
Can't worry about a corner.
You can't worry about a corner.
Can't get there.
Even though most people are going to throw corner routes, like this is a very popular corner route formation. The way the defense is set up right now is you got to worry about a drag, and then you got to worry about the crossing route. You can't worry about anything else with your user guy right here. Just the way the formation is. Like, now, if it was different and you clicked on to, like, you know, him, then maybe you can think about a corner or a seam.
Think about a corner, yeah.
Like, but
based on who you're using in the field, yeah.
Before the snap, like right now, it'd be like Walford, drag, and then I would look for like the cross route. I know I obviously called it like that play, but like I'm just thinking like that's what you have to do, and then you got to like trail there, and then you got a user.
Yeah.
So that's just based off that.
Right. Let me give an example. Go back to the same example of that blitz. Like, Watch. I think there's a lot of information that people give you based on like where they put their defender pre-snap, based off of like, am I blitzing, am I not blitzing, right?
Right.
So if you go back in, I'm nickel normal, and I'm in the buck slant show too. So especially based on your alignment, like offensively, like
right.
So my defense auto aligned here, right? So I would set it up like this, and I'm gonna set my defense up. So I could sit over here with this defender here. But it's not going to do me any good. Like, what did I say about setting this blitz up before? I said, bring this defender down.
Right.
Bring him down. Why? I'm bringing him down because I want him to be in better position to be, like, near the action.
Right.
Right? Like, I don't ever really want to bring the deep safety down. Like, I don't want to bring him here.
Right.
Because he needs to play deep.
Right.
Right? So that's a tell right there in the way I want to set this defense up. I'm telling you that, like, I want to bring him up so he's in better position to play near that place. So like that's a tell.
Right.
That like where is someone moving a defender pre-snap? Like they click on and where do they throw him? They just leave him there and then they leave him there because they want him in to be the best position possible to make a play at the snap of the ball.
Right.
So there's a lot of information hidden in where your opponent puts a user defender. And then there's also a lot of information of where they actually are on the field with their user defender. So, like, if you swing someone here, that should tell you something. And then if I'm over here usering somebody, that should tell you they're probably blitzing from that spot.
Right. You would never user a guy on the left side of the screen right here. Unless you were sending pressure from the left side.
Unless I was sending pressure from... like,
say you took the hook zone,
right.
the Wagner.
Yeah. Okay. So
KJ, right? Say you took right. So go back to that setup, and then say you took right, and you ran him over to the left side, and Earl Thomas was down.
Yeah.
Like, you were then going to user right
off
the left side. Like,
who am I defending?
You would never do this.
You wouldn't because there's no one there to
Or
defend.
if you did, it would be like he's obviously sending pressure from the left side, and he thinks I might throw like a C route to Cooper or a halfback route to the left out of the field. Right. But you would never stand there. You'd always stand to the right side.
Right. Here's why. Let's take it a step further. Here's why you would defend over, like you'd have a user defender over there. If I were to bring Thomas down, and for some reason I'm setting up a blitz over there, and I want to blitz over there, right? So for whatever reason, this is the formation. Like I wouldn't now take right, and I wouldn't use over here because there's a lot of defensive action over there.
Right.
I now have to say my responsibility because I'm setting a blitz off the edge. I would probably sit right here pre-snap.
Right. You would have to look
because I got to look
for
him.
That,
right.
Yeah, coming out of the backfield.
So that's why I say like there's so much you have like. You know, I was talking with Will Sykes the other day, and we were talking just like I don't know, just shooting the crap about like Madden, competitive Madden. And we were saying like Madden is really played like what separates the best from everybody else is really in like the quotes, air quotes here, the 7 seconds before the snap of the ball. Like that is when Madden is played. That's when it's won and that's when it's lost. It's the 7 seconds before the snap of the ball. There's a lot Of action that happens like at the snap. You have to make reads. Like there is a lot of action, but for the most part, if you were to take Serious Mo and you were to put him against your average player, he's going to win most likely because of his pre-snap adjustments and all his knowledge before the snap of the ball.
I'm going to disagree.
All right,
I'm going to heavily disagree with that.
Okay, that's fine.
Because that's when you're best.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what you want it to be.
Yep. That's cool.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
Got to execute. There's a lot to that question. When is the game won?
I think it's a great question.
I don't know. Because Lights Out wins his games before he even plays them. With preparation, not necessarily the 7 seconds.
Correct. But
Stiff won by executing on like fourth down.
Stiff wins in after the 7 seconds. Sure. I think it could.
For the most part, obviously he did a lot to win, but
that could be a philosophy thing. That could be. It really could be. So it's a good question. I think it's a great debate.
Yes, let us know what you guys think about that. Next question in the mailbag. This one's from Steeltown. He wants to know, are smart routes less effective with the new zone coverages? So he hasn't been smart routing as much, or he hasn't been doing it quite as much. So like, say I put Roberts there and then I smart route him. Like, is that going to be less effective because of the new coverages? I don't think so.
No, you still want it. You still want it.
Yeah, you still... I mean, I just think, for example, say the A route is a corner, and then you smart route it and it goes deeper. The new zones can actually get deeper. Like a Mabel, like if you call Mabel, it's going to defend Walford's route.
Yep.
So the flat purple is going to get defended on the right.
Yep.
Where Walford's going, whether you smart route it or not.
Yeah.
So you might say, yeah, the new zone coverages can get to better places on the field, but it's got nothing necessarily to do with smart routes. It works the same. I still think you need them for the right situations.
Right.
And they still somewhat matter. I've had good success with smart routes. I had to kind of cut them down right there.
Come on.
I cut them down right there.
Oh.
So Vigor Mortis wants to know, how did the smart routes work anyway? So for example, say I have 3rd and 8, and I put Cooper on a in route, and it only is going to run 5 yards, but I need him to run 8 yards. I would press Y, X, RB to smart route it. Now he goes the 8 yards or 10 yards or whatever's left to the first down or the goal line. So then you could simply get more depth, call it, hopefully hit your pass, and have luck.
Yep.
So you can do it with the tight end. Like you can even do it with routes like this, like the X route on the left now, like Y, X, RB.
Yep.
You'll see that he'll potentially
Yeah,
run it
yards,
shorter. Yeah. Curls are really good. So say it's like 3rd and 20. I mean, it's not the best strategy, but like you could do it on 3rd and 20, YB, RB, and then you'll get different depths. So that's some ways to go about it.
Yeah. I actually don't like. I think smart routes work really well this year, especially on like 3rd and longs. Like it started playing against you, but then I've noticed it as like a trend. Like on 3rd and 20s, and I smart route. I run the play gun bunch stick. And I smart route the corner, I smart route the option route, and then I put 2 ins and outs, and I smart route them. And then it gives me time in the pocket, and they run to the first down line, and I have time to try and find the open guy.
Right.
I find that's the best way that I can see to use the smart routes. Now there's going to be other plays that like you said, like you're going to put a guy on an in or out, and then you put them on a smart route. That's going to work a lot to help you there. Get to the sticks. Get to the sticks.
Indeed. El Bull just throwing the shade out there, giving no respect to the current champion. Hopefully El Bull is playing in the championship because he thinks that there was not a lot of skill involved in winning the game. So let's see if El Bull can step in.
You gotta
take it down himself, because to be the best, you got to beat the best.
You gotta step up to the plate and see if you can beat him.
I don't think so. It seemed like salary cap ranked, everyone had a shot at the same squad, and Stiff put together the best one.
He
got the best results.
He put together the
fully
best
fair and square.
The best lineup. I don't think anybody looked at having Steven Jackson on their lineup, and Steven Jackson was the single most dominant player in the entire event. He dominated the games. It was awesome.
Indeed. All right, so we got a question in the chat right now. It is from Bloodbath. I believe it's new.
I need this tip, and I know you got it.
He says, how do you return kicks? So number one thing right now is to not select the kick.
Oh.
Because the kickoffs Gibbs just had on the screen are not good. So you'll notice right now, 2 guys are back there. Mm-hmm. You don't want this. Watch what happens when you pick this one with 2 back there.
Okay.
Horrible blocking.
Bad blocking.
Can't even catch the ball.
Don't want it.
It's just terrible. So what you do is you press XX. That then lines you up in a regular kick return with the 2 guys back facing each other. That's what you want. And you can't always pick that at the play call menu. Normally you want the return middle that looks like this one, but you don't always get it as an option.
Great tip.
Take this guy out wide, get in there. You need 22 to pick up the edge, and then once you hit it, you got to hit it. Now, is it the best possible way to go about it? As far as like 17 goes, no, it's tough. It's very tough to get a kick return. This is, remember, the bad kick return right here.
Yep.
So what you can do to get a little more consistency, because when you don't kick it, when you go for that outside maneuver, if you get the seal block, you might get to the 40, and you have a 7% chance of breaking it depending on speed. But if you don't, you're going to get tackled at like the 20, 25. Mm-hmm. Now, if you take it up the middle, you're probably going to get to the 30, 35 on 25%, 30% of your returns. Yep. And then you have like a 3% chance to break it, but there's still a chance. Mm-hmm. So you have about a smaller percent chance to break it if you go up the middle.
So show us here again, Farls, what you do.
Because some people, so you want to click on, drag it out wide, preference to the side that is kicked shorter to, obviously. But you need 22. Once you know that 22 is not going to grab the edge guy, Because watch what happens. And I don't know if this is the game or if this is what, but watch what the game does.
It's a great tip.
When I take this lead blocker and swing him out wide, the game readjusts the outside guys to go wide. So there might be a better time to swing him out. I'm still working on this. Watch this. Okay, those guys stayed pretty wide. But yeah, once we realized 22 is not blocked, like you get a lot of returns like that where it's scary.
Yeah.
Right?
It's like one man to beat, right?
Yeah. In game, when you kick off, you'll notice, like I said, when I swing my lead blocker out, the edge guys readjust themselves.
I do see it.
I think it's, I don't know, but
I see it. Watch, you can see them.
Well, they're already out. They're already like staying out really wide right there.
Yeah.
They tend to like get more in, but
do you ever use the other ones like kick return, like left? Like you ever use that?
Only against opponents who do the quote unquote Gibbs kick. So now I have return middle. So I always want to pick the top one, Y, the Y button.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to pick the one with two backs. Like that A kick return is not. They don't even block it. If I see that back there, that's when I kick off short on offense or on special teams because I know you're not getting a return because that's not good. Let me see if they'll do the wide adjustment here. Yep, so you saw it right there a little bit.
But you still.
So I would have cut that back in because I know I can't then get out there. So let's just see it real quick. It might only be when they catch them. Okay. So these guys right here, they'll get pulled in a little. Like 25, he runs in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's running towards it. But as soon as I take that guy and swing him wide, see that blocker?
Mm-hmm. 25.
25 does the same behavior. And I think that makes him stay wide. And
so
then
don't swing him out. Don't swing him out.
So maybe
how much? Maybe there's like a threshold.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's earlier. I don't know if it's later, but
Swing him out a little less.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. Swing him a little less.
Because we still need him to get there, right?
Yeah.
So
A little less. Let's see what happens. Lap coat speakers.
See?
No, he did it. Yeah.
And that's what's going to prevent us. But if you want that little like breath of fresh air that we just saw right there, where it's like I don't know if he's going to go, you can then cut it back in the middle. So.
You want to see what I do to return kicks? Ready?
Yeah.
All right, kick it off.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Take a knee.
Could be a good tip.
I mean, you should almost take a knee if it's in the end zone. If it's more than 2 yards deep, I would.
just do this.
You stop it right there and just go up the middle?
I just run straight.
Yeah.
I just run. I'm like, go straight. That's it. Because a lot of times it
some people
works.
just let the CPU return, and honestly, it's not a horrible idea. The CPU will always take it up the middle.
If you have a good returner with good ball carrier vision, great idea. Like right here, not going to touch anything. Let the CPU do it.
Because he's got that was in his
okay.
best return.
But I got the 35.
But those are some things you can do to improve your kick return game, and hopefully that works for you. All right, here we go. Next mailbag question. Let's find it out from Big 41. What are the most common pass leads people use? So Big 41 wants to know about pass leads and is trying to see what's the best way to get it done.
Yeah, I would say we'll examine it here. We'll just call this play quick, but I would say the number one pass lead I see the most is like a down pass lead. Like I see down pass leads like on the big boy rides. I like to call them. Like Z spots, posts, those are the ones I see the biggest that like affect the game the most.
Right.
But then like in the red zone, you're going to see high points with like so. There's a lot of different areas of the field, different ways you want to use.
Let me give you my 3 favorites.
Okay.
I'll give you.
Any defense
I'll give you a bonus one. Give me like a cover 1, but then take the guy away, just so we can like see. So what I like are as follows. Pass leads. I'm going to go to RB across the middle here. That's a touch pass. That's a double tap the RB button, and it just puts a little bit more air under the throw. If you throw like a pure bullet there, you feel like you might not get the accuracy you need. I used to think those touch passes were good in the seam, like to A, but like that's not really where I would throw it. But sometimes I'll like throw it to X like a touch pass. Like that's a touch pass rather than just a lob, because a lob you might get an inaccurate pass.
Gotcha. So you're trying to minimize your risk.
Yeah, anytime I double tap, I feel like I get a pretty accurate throw.
Okay.
So that's why I double tap. Whereas if I pass lead and then press X, like I can potentially get an overthrow. I caught it there.
Okay, I get you.
Let's see what else I like. I like low throw.
Low throw's good.
Low throw can be good. Maybe on like a slant style route or a curl or just somewhere where I can kind of like protect the throw. You guys have seen it in the Brain Trust with the single back ace posts, that throw. You click on with the low throw and you kind of get a nice animation and get a little speed. So I enjoy that. As far as like the left stick goes, you want, let's see if we can hit an 8 route here, like down and in right there and then cut it off and like cut back to the ball. We have a better route to show you that, but that's one. And then once I get down in the red zone, as you all know, I like to do the LB high point pass, and I feel like that gives you the best chance to catch the rock up top in the red zone. And while you do sacrifice some accuracy, I feel like for the most part, say we put Crabtree on a fade, he's not going to win against Sherman, but you can potentially hit that A route. We've shown you our favorite red zone plays multiple times. The slants to the tight end to go up and get the high points. We didn't get it on that type of slant, but if it's already a post that's built in, you can get it. Let's see if we have. I don't think we have anything here that will get us what we need. But I mean, a high point. There's a under pressure throw. We'll run one more high point pass. You got any favorite pass leads you like?
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of the stuff we've covered previously. I mean I look at route specific, like you're doing a good job showing like different routes there.
Yeah.
So like I would say, look at it this way: for drags, you're saying the double tap. For like a deep ball throw, again the double tap like throw. I think any post should be, depending on if it's on whatever side of the field it is. Your throw should always be towards the middle of the field and like down. So let's say you're throwing a post on the left side of the field, you would throw the rock at about a 5 o'clock pass lead. And then you click on and make a play. If you're throwing it on the right side of the field, you're going to throw about a 7 o'clock pass lead.
I would say the biggest tip about high point passing is do not touch the left stick. Do not touch the left stick on a high point. If you do, you will overthrow the ball and sail it. I've done it multiple times. So you might think like, man, I really want to, like that was pass lead with it. You don't want to do that. We will get to the Z spot. Somebody else hit us up about that specifically, but those are some of the good options that you have. If you guys didn't play Madden 16 a lot, I would say use the skills trainer to go through the quarterback drills again in 17, because most people who played 16 carried over that knowledge into 17 and like have a lot of pass, because there was a lot of new stuff added last year, so you got to take it, take that knowledge into 17.
Yep.
Cool. Let's go.
It's a good question. There's a lot a lot to dive into there, like pass leads, because there really are
learn the buttons.
Like
true.
Certain routes require certain pass leads to be great, and that could be like if you look at the fail point, like if you were to like analyze and say like, well, like someone's like, oh, well, you tell me that Z spot's the great play, and I try and throw the post and I never complete it. I feel like a breaking point and a fail point for that could be like your pass lead could be way off.
Right.
And if your pass lead's off, you're not going to have success.
Off.
Like same thing with like the motion out corners. Like it's a really great way to attack the sideline, but what's the fail point on every time you try and run it? The motion. The motion prevents you from actually having success with it. So it's like these routes, these plays we give you, they could be successful, but if you have your pass leads wrong, you might not have the same success that you're seeing a lot of other people have with it.
Indeed. And that's critical. If you ever see a route, that's a good point, Gibbs. Like, if you ever see a route that you're like, man, this guy runs that all the time, I run it, it's terrible.
Right.
It's something super simple, like a pass lead or
it's pass lead, timing, the
coverage,
motion. Like there's failure points along the way that you probably can't identify they're typically like the failure points are very small, like subtle things that you're not doing that your opponent is doing. Like I guarantee there's somebody in the chat that saw this play that everyone ran last year, the little wheel in the slot, and they saw and they said, how come everybody runs that play and has success, but then I run it and I can never complete it? Well, the failure point is you weren't using high point pass probably.
Right.
And if you don't have that knowledge, if no one gives you that knowledge or informs you about it, you're probably not going to stumble upon it yourself. So that's what a show like this is for.
Cool. Let's go into the next question here. It's from Trotsky.
Ooh.
He says, Gibbs, what's the best time for over, under, odd fronts? So defensive fronts, when is the best time to run each of them? What are they for?
Sure. This is a great question. And this was something that we kind of wanted to focus on. A lot of people wanted to know more like nut and bolts defense, football schematics, right? So give me an I-form. Let's see what you got I-form wise. Give me the type pair. And give me the oak off tackle. And we're gonna move the rock back. We're gonna focus for this week specifically on the 4-3 under, and I think that we want to spend some time talking about the 4-3 under, and then we'll get into next week. We can talk over, we can talk different odd fronts, but this week specifically for this question for Trotsky, we're gonna focus on 4-3 under.
So follow the channel.
All right, 4-3 under. That's the formation, and the first thing first we're gonna talk about here is cover 4 and the importance of what a cover 4 means towards run defense in Madden 17.
Okay.
Move the rock back. Everyone in the chat, pay attention.
Pay attention.
If you're
Focus.
on YouTube,
Get your
pay
notebooks,
attention. Get your notebooks out. All right, so first and foremost, cover 4, by default, is a run defense.
No.
It's a run defense.
No, because I look at the art, and the art looks like that it has the most blues, and it looks like they all go backwards.
Sure.
So, therefore, it has to be a pass defense.
Well, let me phrase it this way. Let me rephrase it then.
Okay.
Cover 4 is a first down defense that teams use in the NFL. This type of coverage schematic scheme that you're seeing is what they use on first downs. And the reason for it is it allows the deep safeties in the middle of the field to play up in the box and play aggressive.
You're telling me, even though that there's 4 guys in deep zones, it's a run defense.
It's a first down defense.
It's a first down defense.
Which built in quantifies as a run defense. So the reason for it, again, is your deep safeties, they can play up in the box, play aggressive because they know the outside corners are dropping deep. Now you could say, well, what about a cover 3? It's the same thing. A lot of similarities with the cover 3, but the safeties have different responsibilities. So if you were to go cover 3 here, right here, well, you're going to get one safety that gets up in the box, and his responsibility is to say, okay, I can play aggressive. I'm playing the box. But this deep safety, he can't play deep.
Not if he doesn't want to get burnt.
Correct.
Then
So here's what you have. You have these safeties that are on run fits. Their responsibility is, hey, look for the run. You can look for run first, and if it's run, attack, right? So here's what happens when you play a 4-3 under. Now you understand the cover 4. You understand that it's first down style defense. They look for run. When you face a lot of these best formations in the game that your opponent wants to run against, the I-form type pair that you see in the Chiefs book. You see single back type pair in the Chiefs book, right? Well, let's take a look at just the alignment on the defensive line. So, Farls, I want to count the defenders, and I want to work the math here to make people understand.
I hate math, but I'll try it.
All right, let's take a look at the offensive line.
Okay.
You have this defender. You have 70 on the Raiders in the white. He's the guard. Then 72 is the tackle. And then you have the center. Then you have 66 the guard, and then you have 71. So there's 5 offensive players.
Okay.
On the left side of the field, left of the center, you have 70 and 72. How many defenders on the defensive line do I have on the field?
4.
Well, no, defender on the defensive line. I have 2.
2.
Right? So I'm going to be able to eat up 70 and 72.
Okay.
Right? Now, here's the importance of the 4-3 under. Notice the alignment of the defensive tackle. He is splitting 2 defenders. So if it's a run left, he can say, I'm going to go and eat up the center, right? Because of where he is lined up.
Yep.
If it's a run right, he can say, I'm going to go after the right guard, number 66, and eat him up.
Probably want a Vince Wilfork, a block shed.
So he's in a 2-gap spot there, so he can pick and choose based on what he's seen, like what's happening.
So if I run right, he's going to go to the right. Let's see. Well, yes.
Well, that's the idea. But then you have all the defenders over there, right? So and it's also count with line crashes. So here with this, right? I also want to shift my linebackers towards whatever the strong side of the formation is.
Okay.
And now I have better alignment. So look at the gaps here.
How are you looking at the gaps?
Right stick to the right stick to the left.
Okay.
All right. So now from there, you have 1 defender, 2 defender, and then you have Thomas here, and then you have Wright he's going to shoot over here as well. So you have 4 defenders on the left side. On the right side, 5 defenders when you count McDaniel. Mm-hmm. Okay. On the right side, you have McDaniel 1, you have Bennett, you have Wagner, you have Chancellor, you have Morgan, and you have Sherman.
But you're telling me Chancellor's in a deep zone, but he's going to play in the run game because
Correct.
You check his run fits.
Yeah, so
and he's in a cover 4.
Right.
He's good.
So now you have 6 defenders off the right edge. So we now match better against any running set in the game. We are going to match better. And then you can see, because we're matched up better, we are in a better position to stop the run. Now, on the left side, you're in a better position to stop a counter, right? Because of the alignment. Take a look at how wide Averill is. So by design, this formation says, yeah, let's go ahead, let's stop the counter. Let's stop the counter. That's what we're going to do. You don't have a counter, let's go see if you have one in the formation.
Let's check it out.
And this was a specific question we saw a lot of people asking. So we went out and we seek this knowledge. We said, what is the formation that you'd use to help stop a lot of what you're seeing? So go to halfback counter. Yeah,
try it from Twins Flex here.
So let's go here.
As Zan's noting in the chat, the under front means the defensive line is under, shifted away from the strength. So if the over, they would shift towards the strength, like where the tight end is.
All right, so here, this is what your front would look like. So by default, you have now 4 defenders over there to help stop the counter, snap of the ball.
Yeah, and he gets in the backfield and just kind of like...
Correct, because he's split wide.
Because he's out wide, right. Yeah.
Right, and you can, listen, this is by default, like you can make this even better if you blitz this linebacker here, right? If I blitzed KJ right and I brought Thomas up in the gap here, right here, and then I'm using Wagner, and you run the counter, snap of the ball.
Still in the fits?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And see how they get up and get aggressive, make a play.
Right.
So by default, and this is something that Zan has talked about all the time, the 4-3 under, he's been saying for years, 4-3 under, cover 1, 4-3 under, cover 1. Like by default, the formation is just set up to play the run.
Right.
And if you come out in that cover 4, again, first down defense, let's call it first down defense. Let's not call it a run defense. Let's call it pass defense. Let's just call it a first down defense. 4-3 under, cover 4.
4-3 under cover 4. We can do that. That's a good question. That's a good explanation. It's going to help you change the way you think about run defense versus pass defense, just whatever, and should teach you, hey, cover 4. I actually heard that's not an all-out pass defense like I thought, because the colors on the play call screen told my brain it was a pass defense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't call much cover 4. But then whenever so many people call it against me, and I'm like, it's kind of tough.
I've been calling for run defense. I've been going nickel 3-5 wide, cover 4.
Yeah.
And I've been locking up with it.
Catmaster wants to know, how do you beat man-to-man press?
Mm-hmm.
So how do we beat? You got a route. Obviously it's a lifestyle. Like beating man-to-man
is a lifestyle.
Yeah. It's not necessarily just like a one-off thing. I would say these corner strike plays, though, can be pretty good. You always want to get a tight end involved, drag, possibly slant, and look to them. I would probably drag the Y route if you think it's man. So maybe a drag slant combo, or possibly an in route, maybe an out route, maybe an in route between Holmes, between Roberts. Ins and outs are your friends. Drags can be your friends from the tight end position, and then the C routes on the outside, depending on the matchup that you have. Whether you're an ultimate team, whether like Sheared is a guy, Cooper on Sheared, yes, generally a route you're gonna win. Crabtree against Sherman. Possibly not as much. He did get him on the initial move there, but Sherman came back and made the play. So these C routes aren't your best friend like they have been, but they can get you chunks.
Throw it earlier. They
can get you chunks.
So in the chat, Eyeball, he's saying that C routes don't be man.
He's saying a lot of stuff in the chat.
You need to throw it way earlier. Throw it now. There you go. You need to throw the C route way earlier than you did last year, because the defender will catch up if you throw it in Madden 16, Madden 15 timing. So throw it now. There you go. So you have to throw it way earlier than you want to, than you ever did before. So wait on it and throw it like you was Madden 16, Madden 15. Like just wait on it, and you're going to see that the defender gets there.
Yeah, if you wait until right there, he can catch up.
Possession it, but he'll get there. And you also want to make it like one thing you said at the top there is like ratings really, really matter here.
Right.
Like route running and speed are going to be your biggest best friend, like in order to get these guys separation. Make sure your route running's high, and you want to see does it have low man, and do I have high speed, excel, and then it's going to help you have success.
And the other piece too is like you don't have playmaker. So like last year you might have playmakered Y and then just smashed man, but you don't quite have that. So yeah, it is tougher to beat man press. Also, it's going to be harder to take off with Carr. Like it's just. There's an example. It's tougher to get up in the middle right there.
Give me a Zan. So Zan in the chat saying if it's a high route running receiver, left trigger pass outside. So that's a low ball throw.
Okay.
So just throw it to Cooper. Kind of like that. Okay, let me see. So if it's a high route running receiver, left trigger pass outside. So yeah, give it like a 9 o'clock pass lead. Ooh, that's kind of nice. You
good.
can cut it off, right?
Yeah.
Try it on the other side. Just let's see what it looks like.
The crab man.
Yeah. So that's left trigger, and you're gonna throw it to the sideline. Wow, Zanzibar.
Saucy.
Woo.
Saucy.
Flying in hot from the chat. Zanzibar.
Saucy.
I want to add that to my repertoire. That's nice.
That's nice.
That's really nice.
Who said low throws were good? In the last tip.
And just like
Never
and
added
just like
that though to my game.
But just like that eye bowl, like nothing puts you in your place where it's like you're coming out hot. I love Eyeball's passion, but we got some savvy guys in here. This is not like a stream of
Not
like
for kids.
like people that like don't know Madden, don't know what we're talking about. Like the goons are here. We got the goons, and Zan just comes out there. Eyeball, we want you here. We want you here, man. But you got to be a part of us, with us. We are one group, one team.
Yeah, and I don't mind your feedback. I was just messing with you on the toke stuff, or not toke, on the stiff stuff. But it came across as like salty that he won because I thought he played a good game. I thought he played multiple good games. But that's, it's everyone's choice to have favorites.
Eyeball is our guy. He's our guy.
Okay,
Welcome.
so there's a couple ways to beat man press. Ins, outs, drags. It's got to be a 5-route attack because not everything's going to get open all the time. Use this little hot one from Zan, and you should see some more success.
Yeah, so there's one specific formation I use when I attack man. I go to the gun empty. So it's called gun empty falcon, gun empty brown, gun empty... whatever
Saint,
Eagle. So that formation has two tight ends, it is 5 wide. It has a halfback and a tight end that are in tight end spots. So that formation does a really good job of beating man because it has a couple routes that stock. It has a deep cross that doesn't get pressed, and then you have 2 slants, 2 drags. So there's that's a good formation to check out too.
The other note is there are certain routes that are just dead meat against man. These flat routes are never gonna beat man. Mm-hmm. Ever.
No.
Ever.
You can't do it.
Just never call them.
Can't do it.
Same thing with this.
Those streaks are...
Y and RB,
yeah.
They're never going to beat man. Realistically. You shouldn't do
not
it.
Always.
Don't call those 2 routes.
I haven't seen those flats beat man since Madden 10 gun tight, where you would motion the outside receiver
Cowboy stick?
where you'd motion him in a little bit, and then I would jet out. Remember, it was a broken motion.
Madden 11.
Madden 11. I haven't seen flats beat man since then.
They're tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. Boop. Okay, here we go. Next mailbag question. Start flying through these here. This one comes in from Catmaster. He wants to know, if you had a 2-point conversion, would you run or pass?
That's tough.
It's kind of the ultimate question.
Chicken or the egg.
Here's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay. Game situation, obviously important. What I do is, how did I just score? Did I just score on a 50-yard pass, and now I got a tempo, and I can try and hit him real quick? I run the ball. So I would run 0-1 trapped, right? And then it would depend what you come out. And come out nickel, say, just because it gives me a little more balance. I would come out nickel and run 0-1 trap. But if I just scored a touchdown...
Yep. On a drive,
and I scored on 3rd down, and I was in the 5-yard line, and I ran 0-1 trap 3 times...
Can't do it.
I would not run 0-1 trap again, because 0-1 trap is a free 2 yards if they don't know it's coming.
Right.
So I run 0-1 trap.
You been calling a lot of 0-1 traps?
Or the wham.
The wham is...
The wham or the trap.
The wham is good.
For 2 yards.
Wham is good stuff. The wham.
Now, the other piece to this is I throw my high point. The problem with the high point, and it's the same problem people have with the run, is if you don't score on the high point, if Walford... So, that's the route, right? I have Gronk. And if I can't hit that high point and Gronk can't hang on to it, so be it, I lose. But I'm probably... I like to do that on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, because he's going to catch one of 3.
Yeah.
But he's not going to catch the one you need, right? So, that's my one beef with throwing the high point, is you could get an overthrow, they could defend it, they could, run... And then you might just be focusing on that one angle. But if you had, say, Walford And then, like, if you knew if that was going to get covered, you had the backside curl, and you had a couple reads. That's when I like throwing. But a 2-point conversion play to me is like, you have a thing. You have the problem thing where he has a thing.
Here's what I feel about, like I think high point is the best way to score in the red zone. I think that's the best way to try and score consistently in the red zone. When you look at the life of scoring in the red zone and, like, percentages, like, add it all up for Madden 17, over the course of the year, throwing high-point passes consistently is going to give you the best chance to score in the red zone. Yeah. But when you say, put all the guap on the line, one play,
right,
I get scared. I get very scared because I know there's a 50, whatever the chance is, 50%, is it 60%?
Right.
Like, I know that it's not 100% automatic. I know. That's really risky to me to throw the ball.
With the game on the line for me,
I feel risky.
What I would do is this. I would call...
Can I get
single back deuce close?
Yeah.
Halfback wham. I would come out in that. I would run it if they came out in nickel, and if I had tempo and I could get to the line quick and they weren't expecting it.
Yep.
Otherwise, and I would probably try and dive over the pile, even though I should just run it in. And if they came out in a super aggressive defense that I felt like they were going to run commit, or they knew I was probably trying to go to the wham, and they were going to call, I would call tight end angle. It's the quick audible, and I would throw a high point to Gronk.
Yep.
And if it wasn't there, then I'd throw the drag underneath. And then if that wasn't there, I would try and run it with the quarterback. So those would be my 3 reads on the one tight end angle play.
Let me show you my... This is actually what I've been using too, because I've gotten into a lot of situations where this exact problem has happened. Let me just get Cooper in the spot. Okay, so I actually have been resorting to the Ryan Hollins bunch.
Yeah?
Okay. So what is the Ryan Hollins bunch? Well, this was Ryan Hollins, ex-NBA player. He came up with this, and his idea was when you run bunch or you run shotgun bunch, when you run the play verticals, what ends up happening is the outside Roberts, he pulls like any flat zone. Any flat zone, anything on that over there, pulls that defender away, which then leaves an open space behind it to throw a quick out to Walford, your RB receiver. So what I've been doing is this. I put Walford on a out, and I smart route to make sure he's in the end zone.
Yeah.
So whatever you're in, like there's a space there, like that you can deliver the ball. Now off of that, that's my first read. My first read is I want to throw that to him. If I don't go there, I can hit here. I can go like this. There's that. That's available. The high point is available for me.
And you need to have the high point ready and the toe tap ready. I give up this. Like when I go to play defense in this game in the red zone, that's the route I give up. But nobody throws it. I see that guy opening because I go this way, and then I'm like, oh my god, A is so open, but then nobody throws it because it's not there without high point,
right? And
turning the receiver, it's not there without skill,
right? Well, this is the exact setup that I run. I run it from bunch. I don't run it from single back bunch,
right?
But I would drag Crabtree because he's another bailout read. I would drag I'd out Walford. Just move the defender that's pressing Cooper for me real quick. Just move him out of the way. He's making... You don't have to move him there. Move him back closer so he's kind of over there. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so I would do this and then snap the ball here. And then there's a passing lane. It was a terrible throw, but there's a passing lane to throw that route. What defense are you in?
Cover 2.
Yeah, give me a cover 3. Cover 3 is going to work probably a little bit better, obviously, but... so he goes there, and then see that's the window.
Right.
And I didn't smart route it, so he's not there, but... The Hollins bunch gives you an option there, and then it does also opens up behind it the Cooper, which is just the high point LB, high point LB, back of the end zone, trying to get up, and then you have the backside drag. So that's what I've been resorting to.
So you would pass with the game on the line?
Yeah, I would pass. I would have passed.
I would run first, and then I would pass second.
I'm going to a pass because I have more confidence that it gives me more options. I like more options. What I don't like about running with the game on the line, I come out, and what if I don't have no timeouts, and I'm like, I don't like what I see they're doing.
Game management.
Then I'm screwed.
Then you go tight end angle.
If you have it in your audibles.
That's why you'd have it in your audibles.
Well, can you set your audibles? So I like this because I'm like, okay, I'm going to first look to Walford. Walford's not there. Okay, I'm going to come back to Cooper. Not there. Okay, I'm going to go to the drag.
Right.
Because it makes me feel more confident that I can make the right read. You can't defend everything. So you're going to give me something. You're giving me something here. And so, that right there, give me that. And then possession it, give me Gronk, give me a touchdown. Let's get out of here with a George W.
Indeed. Okay, here we go. Next mailbag question flying in, guys. Remember, I saw a couple questions in the chat. There was one about registering for the championship series, or just how do you get in there? We went over it earlier on the show, but I just want to make sure at the top of the hour we reset this bad boy. The Madden 17 Championship Series, you guys can head over to the EA Sports website and click on the Compete, and then the Madden NFL Championship Series. You see the $1 million up for grabs. So you've got the whole series right here, and then that is actually breaks out into 4 tournaments. First one's in December, the Classic, then the Bowl, then the Challenge. These 3 you're going to grind the online leaderboards for, and 3 different game modes, and then you'll earn series points, which will get you into this last championship. But the modes that you can compete in are MUT Salary Cap, Draft Champions Ranked, and Head-to-Head, which is like online NFL teams play now, but like online ranked. With the original thing you kind of did. It's not MUT. The only thing that's related to MUT is the salary cap ranked mode. So those are the things you want to consider. You can actually head over to the EA Madden Facebook page. There's an article on series points. That's what you're trying to earn over the course of the season. And check out the site. Let us know if you have any specific questions. But basically, just play Madden 17, compete in the ranked modes I just mentioned, climb the leaderboard, and then earn your series points. And that's all you got to really know. And get ready for December when the Madden Classic will take place in Burbank, California. Cool. Let's pop back out. We got just a couple more mailbag questions to get into tonight, so we'll keep going through. This one is from J.M. Louie. He wants to know, what's the pass lead for the Z-spot route? Very good question here. We'll let Gibbs take it away. This route is known as the backbreaker. It's one you want in your offense, and it's pretty tough if you throw it right. But a lot of people don't throw it right. They just think it's a good play.
All right, so we don't have the Z-spot in this playbook, but we do have the route. So we're in gun tray, open offset in the Raiders playbook. In the play here, Y corner at the bottom of the screen, the route on the far right is the Z-spot
This is
route.
in almost every single playbook. That route, you can find it in almost every single playbook. You want to give yourself a little bit of space. It's probably a 15-yard gain, 90%.
15 to 20.
Like,
15
yeah,
to 20,
like that's when you want to use it.
So this route takes time to develop, so like you got to be aware of that. So sometimes it makes sense to block your halfback, gives you time in the pocket. But you want to throw when he cuts inside. It's a pass lead. That was for some reason I didn't throw a ball pass. But I'm throwing that at that pass lead at about like that's 3. I'm throwing that about like 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock on the left stick. 4:30.
Yeah. So here it is again. He's gonna drop back. I kind of roll away from it a little bit, and then I get in there.
Derek Carr just threw that sidearm.
He's not throwing it great. He's not throwing a great ball. I think I smart routed that. That might be a little bit. That might help me out a little bit here. I think that was a little bit deeper. So here it is. Like he's throwing lollipops.
But that's where you want it.
That's where you want it. Let me get out of the pocket. I think you're in cover 2 contained, which isn't going to be helpful. So here it is right here. Once he cuts inside right there, again, there's the pass lead. You want to go for an aggressive catch because that gives you a nice little animation that is, I guess people would call as a jetpack from back in the day. So as he breaks inside, that's the jetpack. And this receiver, what's really important about them is that they have high catch in traffic, high spectacular catch, and high jump. And if they're tall, that's helpful. So a great guy in the MUT market is 80 overall gold King Kelvin Benjamin. He's a great option. So here's again, sit in the pocket. When he cuts there, it's a pass lead that's inside.
See, he threw it down. See how it came down and he had to get in there? That's what you want. Then you stretch it out and it will separate from there.
Here it is again. You're actually in one of the best defenses in the game to stop it.
Yeah?
Yeah, soft squat, cover 2, because he goes with them.
Gotcha.
He trails out there with them.
Gotcha.
And man, he gets a better cut on him.
Good to know.
Right. But that if you want to know how do you execute it correctly, this is what executing it correctly looks like.
Right there.
That animation.
You want that.
That's the animation.
And you can get that a lot.
That's the animation. When you get that, that's when you know you did it right. That's the animation you want.
I want 100 before bed the next time you call this in game, and I want to see that animation 100 times.
I'm serious.
Because that's what you need.
100 before bed. Here's what's going to happen. You're going to go out and use it, and you're not going to practice it. You're going to use it in the game, throw a pick, and you're never going to trust it again, and you won't throw it, and then you won't have this route in your arsenal.
Are you yelling at me? Because it sounds like something I would do.
Yeah, and then what I'm going to say to you, I'm going to say you have to trust it. Trust it. Trust the route. Trust the throw. Just trust the throw.
Trust fall.
You need to be able to throw this on your back foot pressure in your face. You're about to get destroyed by a defensive lineman, but you have the stones to throw that ball because you trust it and you know that you've thrown it 100 times.
Talking to the chat or me?
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay. Trust fall. It's a good throw.
Like right here, pressure my face, I'm still going to throw it and I trust it. Crabtree's not the guy because he's 6'1" and doesn't have the other stats, but that's what you need to do.
Your prescription's 100%.
I am not kidding. We got 421 people in this chat. This is my mandate to you. Give me full screen. Give me full screen.
You're going to diagnose the chat.
Chat, you want to be a better Madden player? You want to be able to win all this cash, everything for the Madden Championship Series this year? I want 100 user catches on the Z-spot route before bed. Every night. Every night.
It will bail you out.
It's gonna help you.
It will bail you out.
100 user catches before bed at night.
It'll win you games.
That's what you got to do to be great. That's greatness.
It'll win you games.
Let's go.
Okay, here we go. Next mailbag question right now. Caster wants to know how to be part of the Game Changers. He's an avid Madden player. He's just getting involved now. He wants to know how can he become part of the Game Changers.
Content creator, man. Become a content creator.
Yeah, man. Just create content. That's pretty much all you got to do. Start playing the games. You don't even have to create content in video form. I don't think people I don't know how to make videos.
It doesn't have to be video
Content
form.
Just means getting involved on Twitter, respectfully, giving your feedback, whether it's through text, emails, whether it's specific to franchise mode, specific to MUT, specific to uniform, specific to Ultimate Team, specific to item art. Like, you could find your niche, find what you like to do the most, give feedback on that, make videos about that, find other people that like that. Maybe it's a Raiders fan club in Madden, and you make Wolfman, the moderator, and you design stuff every week, and you get other Raiders fans. Like, creating content is simple if you make it simple. Don't think like, oh man, I need to make a 32-man franchise and get all these people involved. Like, you just need to do some things. You can apply eventually to be a game changer. There's a forum somewhere. I gotta find it. But just being part of the community is your first way in, and just being consistent, being there for a long time. Like, there's a lot of guys in the chat whose names we recognize. The Wolfmans, the Hot Sticks, RG Madden. Obviously, he's already above a game changer. Primetime KCS. Like, those are guys when I would, if I was to look at the list, I'd be like, yeah, these are all guys that have been here year after year after year after year. They're here.
I got a trick for you, Farls. I got a great trick for you to get on this road. And you've heard it before. I'm sure people have heard it in the chat before. Especially we've said it probably before. A great way to kind of help other people. Look at it at the lens of, I know that I want to create content. I know I want to do these things for the community, but I don't know how to contact. I don't know how to reach these people. I don't know how to get them to respond to me.
How can I reach these
How do
kids?
I reach them?
How can I reach these kids?
This is the recommendation that we would give to you. Identify the person you want to reach out to, you want to get a hold of. Say you want to get a hold of RG. RG's the guy you want to get a hold of. He's in the chat right here, right?
Yeah.
Well, what are the most important thing going on in RG's world? Try it the best you can. Think in that lens. Like, what are some of the problems from a career work perspective?
Good, actionable feedback. He doesn't need this happened.
Yes.
This sucks.
Right.
He needs hey, when I bring my kick returner out to the left, the guys mirror him on the far side. Is that intended?
Yes.
And then RG can be like, I'll take a look at that.
Right. So that's a great tip.
Thank you very much for the 15-second repeatable video that I can just go show somebody, and then they can try and replicate it.
Correct.
That would be helpful.
When you start thinking in terms of, rather than negativity of a lot of it, it's really easy to fall into the category of just being negative and mad and angry about everything, right? But if you flip that and you say, I'm going to think in the terms of, what is the one thing that these people are struggling in, or what's that one problem I could help to solve for them, and then just start doing that for people across the board, you're going to start seeing good things come back to you, because now you're making their lives easier. You're doing that one thing that then makes their lives easier. For example, let me give you this. In the chat, I was talking about I need an emote. I need emotes. I would like to make new emotes. Right? Didn't say anything. I didn't speak up. Whatever. Our good friend Coaster, he just hit me up in an email one day, and he said, "Hey, I made these emotes for you."
Right.
So now you have new emotes. So now that's just a good tactic to take to that actionable advice. Become a content creator.
Right.
Become this in the community. Everybody can have a chance.
You got offensive line feedback. Compile it, send it to Clint. You got patch tuning stuff. Instead of saying, "Hey RG, I downloaded the patch. Thanks a lot. The tuning, it sucks." How about this?
Mm-hmm.
I captured 100 Z-spot throws before bed.
Yep.
The next day the patch came out. You said you improved accuracy on passes between 10 and 20 yards. I read the patch notes. I then threw 100 Z-spot routes the next day, and it looks like it went up. It looks like it went down. It looks like inside is better, but outside is worse. It looks like outside is worse, but inside is better. Has anybody else told you this? Mm-hmm. Here's the examples. Wow, that's really helpful feedback.
Right.
You said block sheds were better timed. I'm seeing ABC, not just like, oh man, I got sacked one time, it was terrible. Like,
right.
How about you add a little meat there?
Right. So say you wanted to reach out to QJB, right? I want to reach out to QJB, but I don't know how. He gets so much information from people. Like, how am I going to reach out to him? I would bet you that if you're don't forget, like, if you're talented, like, you have to have talent for some of these things, right? Like, if you were to say, I'm going to completely give him a new redesign, new artwork for his YouTube channel. I'm going to make him new beats for his music intros. I'm going to make him overlays, new graphics. And you just reached out to me and said, hey, QJB, I just want to, reach out to you. I want to, I love your work. I love what you're doing. And you kind of, like, do that upfront work and give it to him and say, hey, I just did this because I thought it could be helpful for you. That's going to go a long way. That's going to go a long way.
If you're McGriffle and you're posting Madden franchise videos on YouTube trying to get some recognition,
yep,
you got to ask people before you make the video. Don't just make the video
right.
and then say, Gibbs, I made a franchise video. Well,
right.
What's it about? It's about the Seahawks and how to use their playbook. You should watch it. It'll help you. Well, I don't use the Seahawks playbook. Okay.
Right.
What playbook do you use? I use the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I made it. Okay, and now then I went home. I made a Patriots video. I now sent it to you. And now that's helpful to you because you can't score in the red zone,
mm-hmm.
or you can't. Gibbs, you always need so many setups for your plays. I made 5 plays for you from the Patriots playbook that you use.
Right.
That don't take any setups because
right.
that will help you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Ben Hove, for example. Ben Hove just hit me up out of the blue and he was like, "Hey man, like, I want you to share this blitz on TWIM. Like, this is like," I was like, "I know." Like, Ben Hove identified. He was
right.
like, "Hey, I know that you guys do a weekly show about Madden
right.
on how to get better at Madden plays and what people are doing." So he's like, "Hey, here's a play to share with the community. This is something that I found, something I've worked with. Give it to the community."
Right.
Like,
and those are the guys that are helpful. And you don't have to do that.
You don't have to do that.
You don't have to do it. You can just sit back, relax.
You don't have to do anything.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah.
But
that's for this question.
If you want to be part of the community,
right.
that's a good way to do it. And the community is always growing, guys. Like we said, we have this challenge coming up. So you're going to have competitive gaming community growing. There's more and more ways. It's easier to communicate.
It's fun too, guys.
And it's fun to be involved.
So much fun.
That's why Sunday stream is so good because it's just community people hanging out.
So much fun.
I like the Sunday stream.
So much fun.
Okay, here we go. Next question.
Are you ready for the game of the week?
Not really.
Yes.
Okay, this guy wants to know, F.H. Freund, he asks us a lot of good questions. He says, when do you play ball, when do you play wide receiver, and when do you play SWAT? Is there a way to know? In FH, I'm going to just say, for Madden 17, you always, 90% of the time, want to hold X, which is the SWAT button. It's the SWAT team, SWAT button. So throw to Sherman here, maybe down the sideline. I want to hold X. And I want to break that up. You saw the exact animation we get from Richard Sherman. This is going to be your safest way to break up aggressive catch attempts. And it's the reason no one's really talking much about aggressive catch this season. Your guy catches it, but Sherman, because I'm holding the X button, pops it out, and you get the SWAT. You can sometimes get picks on that, but that's what you want to do. Now, that stinks because sometimes just throw just a streak lob to Crabtree.
Okay.
Like sometimes I want to get a pick.
Yeah.
But so there, I didn't get a pick, but I actually just increased the chance that Crabtree might catch that pass because I am not swatting. I'm going for the pick. Now, if I have 2 guys in the area, so right there I get the pick. And there's times like if that's 3rd and 20, I probably want to swat. But if it's 3rd and 20 and I'm down by 7, right? So I'm down by 7 points. Well, I want to pick, but I'm up by 10. I want to swat because I don't need the ball back, right? So and now I have 2 defenders in the area. Well, and now I want to go for the pick.
Yeah. So I I know that you go for the pick there, but I've been like kind of burned sometimes where like the man defender like ends up trailing.
And he doesn't get involved.
And then he doesn't get into the action, and then I go for the pick. So I really, I go for the swat the vast majority. I usually only go for the pick if I'm like up a score. When I'm up, then I have the confidence, okay, I can risk going for the pick here.
I would say I over swat. And I didn't even think you would ever be able to because you get such a good chance at knocking out a ball on a swat. Except last night. 4 seconds left. But,
you had a bad loss or what? Like right there, perfect example. The trail defender, he's like not in the play. So
I find it harder to swat though when you come from like Earl Thomas's watch. Try and throw that like exact throw again. That was a good example.
To Cooper?
Yeah. Right there. Like
right there.
If I'm Earl Thomas though and I X button and I come from beyond, that's when I don't get animations.
Yeah.
So that's why I actually don't swat there. I actually try and square up and go for the pick. So like the one time I don't swat is when I click on in 2-man and I'm beyond the play.
Mm-hmm.
Because that, like, right there is sometimes I don't get the X button because, like, he's trying, because you racked.
Yeah. Did I rack it?
Yeah. When you rack and I swat, if you would aggressive then I swat, we're good.
Bad things happen?
Yeah.
And try that again. Should I go for the swat or should I go aggressive?
Try aggressive and I bet I'll X.
Because I'm gonna jump up is what you're saying, right?
Well, I'm like waiting until you get on the ball. See?
Okay, let me rack that.
Yeah.
Should I throw a bullet or should I throw a lob?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just saying that's sometimes the position where I give up that play.
Okay.
Square on PS4. I mean, that time
You got a great anim.
That time I played the ball in the air. I didn't play your receiver.
You got an anim of
Madden
like
PS2.
SWAT, DB SWAT, right? That was great.
Yeah.
Is it because you're moving him over there that like he's getting over there? Or? Like I would rack that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that's the one time I wouldn't do it. So
yeah.
D-Mark wants to know, can you practice the SWAT in practice mode? Not really. It's not a time. You just hold it. People are always like, I press X. Like, hold X. Hold Y. Hold it. So give me one more to Thomas. And if I am going to go for the pick, the ideal position I'd like to be in is holding left trigger right here. Yeah. Base of the circle. I held it too early there, though.
And sometimes you get these like crazy animations that were like, there was no way the offensive player was going to win. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like sometimes he just like beats the guy to the ball and like, that's it. Averill. I'm going to win that one. Nope, it's not.
See, I waited longer to hold Y there.
Yeah.
So what happens is this. Hang on. Last point. Watch me here. Do that exact throw again.
Okay.
All right. I'm holding Y right now.
Oh! So you're underneath it, though. You're like kind of...
Correct. It makes me go. That wasn't the exact example. Let me do it one more time. I'm holding Y.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. If I hold it too early...
Okay.
It makes me go to the center of that circle. And I don't want to go to the center of the circle. I want to be at the front of the circle.
So you're not just clicking on and then holding it. You're clicking on, running them there, and then doing it, right?
Yeah. I want to be at the front of the circle. I want to pick it right. I'm going manually. Then I hold Y right there.
Gotcha.
Because then I'm going to get a better strafe.
Right.
But if you hold Y too long, it's always going to take you to the middle of the circle. And then you're going to like catch it like right here.
Right.
But I want to catch it right here. So... That's the only time I say don't hold Y too early, is if like you're user and you're trying to go for like a strafe pick.
Bad throw. And see that right there? I used left. Right. I used left stick. I used left stick in.
Yeah.
All right.
So. Yep.
Get there one time.
I would swat this. I'd hold X.
SWAT team.
Boom. But then the CPU gets.
I need that guy to make a play.
Yeah.
Boom.
Cool. All right. Next mailbag question, but you want to swat 80% of the time.
More than that.
At least. Yeah. Hold X. Are bubble plays effective? And then would you use them in the red zone if they are effective? Bubble screens, do you like them? No. Some people have said they're good. Some people
I played somebody that used them.
I think we have one. Go to by play call. Maybe.
Play
type. Screens. Pass.
Bubble.
Okay.
I played someone, and when you zone blitz, that's when they become more effective. Like here, sure, that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
Like against a zone blitz is pretty good.
Master Gamer likes it. He's #1 on the leaderboard still.
Master Gamer is a savage.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Like, it's pretty good against his own blitz. Like, that's not bad.
Yeah, but your feet are all crapped out. Like, you don't want that.
Let's try it. Well, hold on. Let him go, and then I throw it to him here. Like, that's not bad. Like, that's better timing.
It's okay.
Have that be Gronk? Have that be a running back? Have that be Derrick Henry? And you can chuck him the magic bean right here, and then just...
And you throw one down the line, you don't catch it.
But you get 5 yards. For 5 yards? For 5 yards?
It's okay. But here's the thing. It's so easy for me to go to a defense that just kills that play.
But what if someone's running buck slant 3 against you all game?
Okay. Like, it could just...
It could be bad.
It could be bad news.
I know, you don't like any play that...
It's dominated. It's a dominated strategy.
Is it?
Against certain defenses, yeah.
Yeah, against certain defenses it is, yeah.
Can never call it. Can't. Because what if?
But
you don't know.
Yeah, but what if your opponent is zone blitzing all game? Then it's a good play call.
Then level up and get to a higher level. We don't call the same play all game. Like, you can't call it. You can't.
And then you don't have any other options.
No, correct.
And you don't have any other options, yeah.
Can't do it. You could call it in the red zone, but don't. Find a better play. Sorry.
Stevie J says trips tight end bubbles are nice. And I trust.
Yeah, I mean, you get good blockers. Yeah. I get it. I understand it, but I'm like, if somebody calls man, you're toast. You're dead.
Yeah.
It's over. And so then you can't really do it. I don't know.
Sorta.
All right. We've got 3 more questions to go. Let's go rapid fire here. Gibbs, why do you like the Raiders' defensive playbook?
I like the Raiders' defensive playbook because it's a hybrid of 3-4 and 4-3, and I also like that it has quarters normal. I believe that's the only playbook in the game that has has 3-4 formations in it with a quarters normal.
Nice. Pat's the only other with 3-4-4-3. 2, right?
Correct.
Play one. Do you have any best one-play touchdowns? I know we gave one away in the scheme for TWIM 202.
Yeah, PA wide receiver in, and they're not. It's not a one-play touchdown anymore.
Right. There's like the wide trips play that we gave away.
Yeah,
the 4th formation.
What you get out of it is you get a 30-yard pass. Really, it's a 30-yard pass, but not really. I don't have any. I don't have one. There maybe someone in the community has one that they're just sitting on. Like I haven't seen one.
Yeah.
JJ Nelson, parry bomb downfield. I've gotten beat many times by a couple guys like Will Fuller, like just randomly.
Yeah, that's your best odds. It's like Brandon Cooks just bombing deep.
Yeah.
What is the best run move in the game? What's the new double juke? Like, of all the run moves now that you've been using, like, what's the one you go to? What's the one you overuse?
Stiff arm or truck?
I use stiff arm.
Stiff arm or truck?
What I like about stiff arm,
yeah,
like, beyond me just saying, like, yeah, just run forward and see if you get an auto broken tackle. Mm-hmm. I like stiff arm because it gives you probably a higher chance, and it doesn't slow you down. So it's like you can just keep hitting it. Mm-hmm. You don't pay a penalty. Like, if you juke and you do it wrong, you lose all your speed.
Right.
If you stiff arm and nothing happens, like, you're still running, and then you're just gonna get whatever you would have gotten.
Yeah. Got a couple guys in the chat saying, like, check out
same way.
iTwins Flex PA shot.
Yeah, I mean, the question that the guy asked about the one-play touchdowns, like, makes sense, right? Like, you know, it's gonna be something similar to what it was.
Yeah, it's something like this.
You're always gonna, you know, it's gonna be one of those routes that,
like, it's something like that, where then you're just like,
right, bang,
like something like that.
Yeah, somebody gets pulled down.
Right.
You know. So.
Where I've seen this is where I have a lot of success with like one shot plays. Right. I run the ball really well. You're in a cover 3 or cover 2 invert, and then I literally hit you here. Like, I do this and just play cover 3 and user the deep safety for me real quick. User Thomas. So like, or chance to share. So like, people play a lot of cover 4,
right?
Like, and then they cover
run game,
right?
aggressive.
Run game, and I do this, and then they leave that guy. Like, I've scored a lot, maybe not necessarily a ton of touchdowns, but I've scored a lot of like 40-yard plays.
Yeah.
Off of that, like specifically from single back jumbo.
Madden Championship Series begins right now. Jay Kowiatic. You can start qualifying right now. It's live. Head on over, check it out. But yeah, you want to start climbing the leaderboards now. You don't want to wait much longer because the ladder is underway right now. So definitely get involved in one of these 3 modes. The first tournament's in December, but you still got to go through more than just to still get to that tournament. But MUT salary cap ranked, draft champions ranked, or just head-to-head, which is like the online NFL team style play now, online ranked head-to-head. What do you guys call that, by the way, in the chat? What do you guys call that when you play?
What?
Play now? I mean, it's like play now, but play now's offline.
Yeah, what do you guys call head-to-head?
Yeah, what do you guys call head-to-head, like online ranked? Because some people thought this was MUT head-to-head, like, but it's not. It's NFL teams. If you know what I mean.
How about that? Someone in the chat just said,
Kobe?
Did I just invent a one-play touchdown?
What is it?
I'm just throwing a stock defense. I'm just putting a guy in streak and chucking it in the seam. Take a look. You're in cover 3. Watch. Stock. Just let him get there.
Wow, he just massacred that.
That's 3 in a row. Not bad. Regs.
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 Regs. A lot of regs.
Regs.
Ranked. Regs. Online head-to-head. Regs. Reggies. Regs.
Reggie Regs.
I guess it's regs.
Regs.
I guess it's regs.
Regs. Yo, you want to run some regs?
Yo, you want to run regs? You want to run online regs?
Yeah, speaking of online regs, you're a big tough guy. You've
Yeah.
got a big. You set up some.
What?
Best offensive passing for him. Do we have time to run through the gun bunch?
Let's run through it real quick.
Let's flip sides, right?
Yeah. So, what you're about to see here isn't really. This is not reinventing the wheel. You saw a lot of people use this formation last year to Madden 16 championship. I'll just run this play quick. But it's reinvigorated me. I've used it this past weekend, past couple days, gone on a great winning streak, and I feel like very confident, and it's because of one specific play.
So you've got a new formation. You think it's probably one of the best passing formations in the game.
Yeah.
It's from the Browns playbook or the Colts playbook. It's the gun bunch tight end. You're a big fan of this.
Yeah, so curl flat corner is the play.
Yeah. And what are people mainly doing against?
Well, what I'm finding is that I can't throw corner routes, and I'm sure that's probably a big time thing for a lot of people. I'm finding I can't throw corner routes.
People maybe call Mabel.
Well, Mabel, the game does a great job of getting the depth down there. This is one of those plays that has a really deep corner that, with time in the poly pocket, like he's gonna run so deep with a right pass lead, I can get the ball over there. Like right there, he broke, but I've had a lot of success throwing that corner. And is this a play that you can run every down? No, it's not. You can still take this away with the right style of adjustments. But what it does give you is it gives you a corner that gets really good depth downfield that can get away from some of those underneath zones that people are calling.
Right.
So what I have found is that this formation has opened up a lot of what I can do because I have confidence that I can deliver that ball.
You block at 7.
Yeah, but I wouldn't always block 7. I'm just kind of showing like. It's really easy. Like I'm max protecting, I'm streaking curse. Like the way I actually run it is I drag Graham and I motion Baldwin over here. So Baldwin gives me a read. I look to Graham underneath. If it's not there, I go to B, not there, then I come back here.
What the hell is a poly pocket?
The poly pocket?
Yeah.
I hang out in the poly pocket.
Yeah, what is it though?
It was like one of those like Tamagotchi things, I think.
Yeah,
right?
wasn't it?
Yeah, in my poly pocket, right?
Yeah.
Why? You like?
Because it like triggered my brain, but it like shorted my brain too.
Yeah. So here's another play I like out of it too. With quick audible left, the play action. I find this works really well.
Right, especially because if I play Mabel, right, you're gonna be coming back across.
Yeah. So what works well here is I fade Graham, I block Rawls, and then I motion out Curse. So here's my first read. I really want to throw to Curse. Like Curse is my guy. Like I want that pass lead. The trusted route. I want the trusted route. So the motion gives me more time to throw that, and it allows the deep zone defenders to kind of drift away from it. So it does open that out tremendously. But say now you do a great job, like you don't have to user it, but like whatever, he'll go there. But what ends up happening is time in the pocket, I get that throw. So now I have a great way to attack both deep part like corners on the field. What?
I got a Google play pocket, I think.
Oh. All right.
That's a great formation.
Okay.
I like the combination. You got attack the deep sideline left and then attack the crosser coming back in the middle. Polly Pocket was a toy line of dolls and accessories.
Yeah.
The names come from the fact that many of the original Polly Pocket dolls came in pocket-sized cases.
Yeah, you don't ever remember those commercials? They were ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah. The Polly Pocket.
Classic Gribs right there.
The trusted route.
There it is. That's what you need to add to your game. 100 of those.
There's a lot of other stuff too, and this off tackle is really good too. Like the off tackle is actually a really good run this year.
Yeah.
You can kind of cut it better, and The difference is too is like last year the outside tackle, like he wouldn't like get upfield, and like you would be forced, like you couldn't get out wide, like so it's a good formation. It's a really good formation, and it's in the Browns and it's in the Colts playbook, so it meshes very well with what you have already done with the Browns. And I've been loving the single back deuce close. Such a good formation. The deuce close.
Great formation.
Is one of the best.
Great formation.
One of the best. The stretch, the counter, the wham.
The wham's tough. It's good.
I heard you call it the wham the other day when you were streaming on Sunday, and I was dying.
It's good.
The halfback wham.
The wham. You wham it right in there.
All right.
It's good. All right, Gibbs. You've had a mystery opponent lined up.
Yep.
What is it? Who is it? When is it? Where is it? Why is it? Are you coaching me? What are we doing? Are we playing play now? Are we playing regs?
You're playing regs.
Why are we playing regs?
You're playing regs.
Why?
Because you're a man that plays regs. You're playing regs.
We can't play Ultimate Team?
Nope, you're playing regs. You're playing regs.
Can't play Draft Champions?
Nope, you're playing regs.
Can't play Practice Mode?
Nope, you're playing regs. Let me find the friend.
Is it play an enemy?
Huh? Haha, it's not play a friend, I'll tell you that much.
I don't have any friends.
I know you don't. So let's keep going. You got P right on there, kid?
Yeah. Remember that day he demolished you?
Yep. Oh,
that was a great day.
Was that good?
D Stu with the sub hype kid. Let's go. Let's get him 21 choo-choo trains.
We're out here playing regs. Where? Oh, another problem right, kid? You're just friends with all the problem rights.
You know.
Snowman? Who remembers his name? Gamer tag as Snowman.
I have a question.
Oh, I'm sorry. What?
J. Reed Vic?
Oh, yeah.
CDJ?
Nope. Can you read that?
4 minutes? Why is the game speed very fast? Why is the game speed on very fast?
Shouldn't be. I don't know. What's it normally on?
I don't know.
Why are your settings jacked up?
I didn't do it. I don't want to play it if it's make it ranked. I know we can't play ranked, but I don't want to play a game where it was on very fast.
It's all pro.
But now it's on fast? This seems fishy.
I didn't change any settings, bro. Weather off. All pro. 4 minutes.
But fast?
No, normal. Everyone says normal.
This seems fishy.
It's not fishy. I didn't do anything. Injuries, fatigue, all on. Normal. You go. And you get to pick your team.
I get to pick my team?
You get to pick your team.
What does that mean?
This is mano-a-mano big boy ball.
What team is my enemy using?
He can pick whatever team he wants. You get to pick your team.
He's not going to use the Raiders?
I don't know. You're going to play big boy ball. We're playing regs. We're playing regs. Let's go. Pick your squad. Mount up. Regulators.
Do you guys trust Gibbs? Is he going to use the Raiders?
Raiders are the best team.
He's using a custom playbook?
Yeah, because he set his audibles. Like a grown adult.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Grow up.
So I can go back out and set my audibles because I'm a grown adult too?
You don't have a custom playbook.
I can make one if that's what we're doing.
Wolf probably shouldn't use his custom playbook. That's fair. That's fair. Wolf shouldn't be able to make.
I just didn't know because he didn't tell me we were playing Wolfman until 4 seconds ago. So I would have. I mean, if we were bringing our,
Trashman's calling you a chicken. I'm just saying. So
a chicken.
They're calling you chickens.
A chicken.
He put a chicken emoji in.
How does he have a chicken emoji?
I don't know how he has a chicken emoji. The Raiders are the best team in the game.
Okay, here's how you know I'm a man of the people.
Why?
Because if I had a lawyer...
Yeah? What would you do?
My lawyer would tell me not to play this game.
Why?
Without making your own custom playbook. But as a man of the people...
Who are you going to use? Cardinals? You've gone through the entire NFL twice. Who are you using?
I don't run...
If you were man of the people, you would left trigger and you'd random death it.
Against Wolf's team that he's allowed to select?
Yeah. Raiders, they're 79 overall, bro. Pick your team.
You know they're higher than a 79.
Why?
Because they're a good team.
So, yeah, use the Lions. They got Megatron, right? You just chuck up the Megatron. That's going to be easy, right? Jags? Jags are good. Look at chickens. They're calling you chickens.
How do they all have chicken emotes?
I don't know how they have a chicken emote. I don't.
If I had a lawyer, they would tell me not to do this to myself.
Pick a team, man.
I don't know who I want to play with.
Pick a team. Oh my God, Farls. Pick the Vikings or something. You know you're
I really don't know.
Packers are good. You love the Cardinals. Can you pick a team? Wolfman has literally been sitting there for 5 minutes.
Oh, so Wolfman admits to having a custom playbook. It's just audibles.
Yeah, it's just audibles. It's not a super custom.
All I saw was it said custom.
But that's what the game does. Just pick. Oh my god.
What?
Pick a team.
Yeah, Will.
The Lions. They got Megatron.
I can't pick.
Just pick the. I'll pick them for you. I'll pick a good team for you. I'll pick a
I don't
good team.
trust you. You try to put it on very fast.
I didn't put it on very fast.
Oh yeah, just magically.
Cleveland? Dallas? Can you not see?
Yeah, do I usually use Buffalo or do I usually use the Browns?
I think you normally use Tampa Bay.
Defense?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I thought you were a Tampa Bay guy.
Am I?
Thought you were. There's an Antonio Brown dance emote. Wow.
Yeah, it's problems.
That is GOAT. That's GOAT status.
We got it.
Who would you use? I love that Wolf just didn't back down. Hung in there. Am I coaching you? Or no?
I don't want you to talk to me. You look at me.
No?
Alright, Wolfman says he's leaving the stream, quote unquote. If you guys don't know the history of me and Wolfman, we have a heavy history. Last time we played, Escape shut off the Xbox with his foot.
I did not shut the Xbox off with my foot. You shut it off.
Far away.
I did not. That's what you do.
Move your computer.
Why move my computer?
Because I need to see the TV.
Then sit here.
This is my seat. This is my desk.
Oh my god! You're doing the desk thing again, man.
This is my desk.
Oh my! Want the controller?
Why would I want that?
You're the worst.
Why would I want that?
You're the worst.
Why would I want that?
You're the worst. You're the worst. Run the shovel option.
I don't have it in this playbook.
You got Megatron or Brett Favre. You got Brett Favre. You're the Packers, right? You got Amon Green probably.
I need legends.
Bart Starr.
I've ripped Wolf Hearts out on several occasions.
He's also ripped your heart out.
Never.
Yeah, yes.
Never. I don't have a heart.
I know you don't. See? Hashtag false propaganda.
What does that mean?
You spit so much venom, it's ridiculous. There's a real thing. I would love to see you and Donald Trump go at it. you have so much, you just have so much, ammo. I don't know where you come up with it. You have so much holstered ammo. It's crazy.
All right. Dean Lowry. No thank you. How about? What does Wolfman do?
The dream goes, Gibbs, give up the 20% desk space. His desk, his rules.
My desk, my rules.
I have 20% of the desk. Farls is heartless.
Pistol? What?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Pistol bunch?
Yes!
Halfback counter? Wolf, this is Madden 17, not Madden 15?
Yes, this is awesome. This is the best thing that ever happened. You should probably call cover 4.
First down defense?
First down defense is probably pretty good.
I never took my ball and went home. I play every time. You guys put me in absurd positions. I don't understand.
Get rid of the overlay? Get rid of the overlay?
Yeah.
After this play. No. Play the game.
Man of the people. I'll do it now. I'll do it for the chat.
Dottie.
Pick. Threw at my user. No respect.
I can't get any respect around here. Come on.
3rd and 4. Who roots for Wolfman? PX1 Sports? Come on, bro.
3rd and 4. Wolfman. Probably going to run counter or power L.
I mean, it's a great choice. I'm going to shade maybe underneath.
Ooh, sticky. Stick. Ooh. Wow, bad read by Wolf.
Pick? Is he going to punt?
He's going to go for it.
Or is he going to just choose one of the money plays from his custom playbook? He's at his
Money
own
plays.
37?
So what if he has
He's
a
not even
custom
gonna
playbook?
punt?
You had the chance to make a custom playbook. You chose not to.
I'm a man of the people.
You're not
I
a
would
man
not
of people.
waste.
He's going for it in your face, on your show, on your stream. He's going for it right in your face, disrespecting you.
Very disrespectful.
What are you going to do about it?
Very disrespectful.
Hey, quiet.
Very disrespectful. This is my house. I can yell.
Farls propaganda.
I
You
can
need
yell.
a Farls propaganda emote? What would a Farls propaganda emote look like? He's running inside zone on you. Slant.
Drop the ball.
Great play, Wolfer. God, what a great little technique he ran there. It's a great play.
I got there. Why am I using Jake Ryan? The guy's what?
Bob Ryan.
Packers defense a little more thin than I recall.
No, they got great ball players. Peppers, Pickle Peppers, Nick Perry, and you should use your Pickle Peppers. Use your Pickle Peppers.
Maybe. You've done enough here.
What have I done? You're already You're already eating your shirt, man.
Yeah, that's a 4th down conversion.
So?
I don't like that.
Counter. Go. Yes. Go. Block. Break attack. Good run, Wolf. Woo! Second. Oh, he's going right back into it. Doesn't respect you. Doesn't respect
I'm gonna respect him right back. This was exactly where he was last time, and it was 4th down.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good setup right there. Counter. Pickle Peppers. Good run, Wolf. Cut inside with Big Murray.
Or ninjas. Don't care. I guess the game's just gonna give him 1st down because he has a super custom playbook.
He doesn't have a super custom playbook.
You don't know that?
Yes, I do.
You don't know that.
Wolf has integrity. He plays in C4. You can't use super custom. This is a super custom.
We don't know anything.
Yes, we do.
You try to put on very fast.
I didn't put on very fast. It was default.
We don't know that. He just
What
went
do
for
you
a
mean?
4th down on his first drive.
I haven't been in your house in a week. I haven't
half
been in
the
your house in a
field.
week.
It's my desk.
I know it's your desk, and that's why I have 20% of your desk.
You're like, I might cut you down to 15. Times are tough.
What does that even mean? What does that mean?
I don't know.
What flavor is your shirt tonight, Farls?
Delicious.
What flavor, though? Counter.
Nice power pass.
Power. Strong power. Ooh, a little dotty right there by the Wolfer. Tell you what. This Pistol Ace Twins. Oh, they got the Z-Spot route in there? Tell you what.
Does anyone want more than ZFarls? Yeah, does anybody just play against random people they weren't expecting to play against or using custom playbooks in regs when I haven't played regs? I haven't played regs since the last time I smashed Gibbs in regs, to be honest.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I did, though.
You didn't smash me at all.
For real? He's going to run it right.
This is bad.
Is that Clay Matthews?
It's bad play by Wolf. Why are you not using Pickle Peppers?
4th and 2. I'm sure he'll probably go for it. He's going to try and take... He says he's going to take 3. I believe that.
Dotty. Falls like the party.
I don't trust Wolfman here.
Don't go offside. That's Seabass right there. He's got a boot. Das boot. How do you, Falls, how do you feel being down 3-0 early to Wolfman? How do you feel being down 3-0 to Wolfman? Your arch nemesis.
He's playing football.
Okay. I guess we're not going to get a good sideline interview from
Apparently the wind's in with Wolf's favor.
What?
The wind, yeah, the wind. Have you talked to Wolf? Did you tell him, like, how to play me? Because I don't trust that for a second.
Why would I do that?
Why would you not do it?
You think I would do that? To you? Oh my god, he's got you so caged. It's not even funny. Caged. Oh! Beautiful D, Wolf. Beautiful defense. Love it. I love it. Oh my god, he's using 4-3 under.
That's fine. I'm not in really that formation, so.
Falls got the best O in the league. Time to get to work. Work. Alright. 2nd and 9. You know Wolf's not going to blitz, though. Like, he's not going to blitz.
He's got cheese.
He's no way he blitzes.
Yeah, of course he does. He's Wolfman.
Wolfman's never blitzed. He's been dying to run cover 2 for, like, years and years. That's tough. Wow. It's too bad. Bad read.
Regs are so good. They're so fun. Okay. I don't care that he dropped it, like drops happen, but the drop that he dropped it directly to...
Man, times are tough, man. Times are tough, you know? Oh. Good lurk by Wolf, right? That was a great lurk by Wolf. Wolf lurked that. You want to give that guy a verbal warning, Jared Cook? Give him a verbal.
He's on my fantasy team. He's already gotten multiple verbal warnings every Sunday. There's nothing.
Is he in the doghouse?
Jonesy, it's not good. Obviously, you know the answer to that question, all right?
Because you gotta go to work. Ooh, getting Dottie out here running smash. Hashtag Wolfdy.
Is he going hurry up?
Yeah, of course he is. Wolf.
Looks like he made a mistake. Too bad it didn't instantly put the ball in my hands. I didn't even make a mistake.
Wow, Wolf is chirping. In the chat. He's in the chat.
Makes sense.
Lurked. Did he lurk it? Did he lurk it? Wolf lurked it. Third and inches. Wolf going to... Wow! They don't have Marcel Reese anymore.
Sad.
Right? Swiss Army knife. You know he's going to lurk. Because he's going to lurk. Wow! Gashing you. Soft, Rundy. So far, so good. The wolf. Oh wow, Wolfpack. He's chirping in the chat. Wolf is chirping at you, and he's playing. Wolf is capping, virtually capping against you right now.
I wouldn't be in the chat because I have integrity, but that's fine.
That fullback dive was really fast. Boom. All right, Farls. Right, 4-3 under Farls, cover 4. All right. Ball in the 25. Farls dejected. I know he's dejected because he's not talking. Farls likes to say that when I am dejected and I'm feeling bad about myself, I don't talk. Well,
that's a true fact.
Look at that Rundy. Ooh, Eddie Lacy? You know what's actually a really good play? Action play in here. And the deuce close. I've been using a lot. It's really good. It's go down real quick. Oh, okay.
Are we chatting now?
What? I'm just saying. It was
Are we
a good
talking?
Play. Yeah, we're talking. What?
We're talking?
Yeah, I want you to win. What? Wolf is just being relentless in there. He's giving tips. Ooh. The wham. Wolf chatting. He's dotting. And he's putting banhammers in the chat right now. He's banhammering people.
That's how it works. That's how you stay busy.
Yeah, no, Wolf paused the game is my guess. All right, ball in the 36. Farls down 10-0.
Wolf also just went off sides.
That's a Wolfman thing to do. That's a very, very Wolfman thing to do. Wolf typing one hand and playing the other, and he still has a shutout.
Yeah. A shutout? What?
That's how relentless the chat is, man. Chat's got no context. That run is really good. I'll tell you what, gun split close. I've used it a little bit. It's better than you think it is.
I don't know. I don't think you're giving me good advice.
I swear, if he's...
Are you my lawyer?
No.
I think they're being watched.
We went over that play on TWIM a couple weeks ago.
We're taking the penalty. Don't care. Yeah? Because I didn't see Wolf drop the pick off the tip, so we're taking the penalty.
Okay. He's going to lurk this. I'll tell you that much. Oh, he's so ready for it. Lurk.
Wow, we caught it. Amazing.
That still works?
Yeah, it's cash.
It's really good?
It wasn't good on the first play, but yeah, it is generally good.
I'm not telling them how to lose. It is a great play to attack cover 2. That's all I'm saying. The box loaded with defenders. Look at Wolf. Savage. Wolf in that 4-3 under. 3rd and 1. 3rd and 1. What you gonna do, brother? One more wham. Wow.
Really?
Wolf with the wham D. Alright, 4th and 1. Farls, no huddles. Jordy Nelson almost didn't run the route. Farls felt that. Woo! Because they gotta work.
Pick. Crap. Do not let him go. Do not let him go. Oh, that was bad. That's on me. I made a mistake. That was fine. That happens. That's on me. Crap. That was my bad. Shouldn't have thrown that.
All right, now, okay. If you guys get into situations like this, your one objective: hold them to a field goal, and then it's not like that big of a deal. Because if you can hold them to a field goal, it's still a 2-score game. A lot of times you could feel really dejected by having the turnover like that when you're like in scoring range, but it's still not the worst thing in the world. Like it's still, in the total number of scores, you're still in the game. Tell you what, the Bills playbook is kind of... Alright. 3rd and 4. Wolf with his own motion 0-1 trap. Kind of tough. Little yick. Alright, 3rd and 4. Ball on the 9. Wolfman driving. Coming out in strong eye pro. We've seen a lot of fullback dives from this formation. Another one right there. And he falls forward.
No.
And he doesn't get it. 4th and inches. And here we go. Does Wolf just spam the fullback dive? Yep. And he does the ZFarls jump. The 1st down. So Farls still has all 3 of his timeouts here. Wolf can no longer get another 1st down. 1st and goal, ball on the 4. Nice play by ZFarls. That were you ready for that, or did you anticipate that?
Yeah, that was
very nice right there. Boom. 2 running back set. 2 wide receiver. Looks to be the pistol. No, come right back out in the strong pro. Farls screen. Farls sniffed it, and Nick Perry makes the tackle. Farls calls timeout. We get into a 3rd and goal situation. And here we are, ball on the 3. Can't let them score because that puts things out of hand, especially when Wolf would get ball at half. So this is a big...
No, I get ball.
Farls gets ball at half. Gotcha. Still, regardless, Farls needs a stop here. Wolf coming out in the pistol full house. Going counter. That's a touchdown. Nice run there by Wolf. Latavius Murray doing the dance. And Wolf up it. So Farls, the way Farls needs to look at this, or anyone else that's playing a situation like this, you're down 17-0. You got 57 seconds, 1 timeout. If you do things right here, you go down, get a touchdown. You get ball, come back out in the second half, score, touchdown. It's a 17-14 game. That's the way you get back in this game. The dream, I hope I get 30% of the desk if Wolfman wins. TWIM City Miracle. That's what we're all hoping for. Micah Hyde returns to the 23. Wolf's pausing.
I'm pausing.
Farls is pausing. He's checking out depth chart real quick. Gonna move some guys around. Take a look at Jordy Nelson, Randall Corn on the Cob. Take a look at Jared Cook. Gonna take a look at some Wolves corner. Sean Smith, Emerson. You got McGill, Carey, Hayden. They got a good amount of speed in that secondary for the Raiders. You take a look at the Sean Smith. You think he's slow, but 87 speed. That's kind of fast for Madden 17 for corner. Raiders also have a lot of athleticism on the defensive line, linebacking core. You got Bruce Irvin, you got Alden Smith, you got Khalil Mack, you got Malcolm Smith, formerly of the Seahawks. The Raiders are good. Raiders are a very good squad. All right. Ball on the 23. All right, 17-0. Farls coming out in gun trips. He's got the fork. That's a nice little play. Nice rack right there by Farls. He wanted to cut it upfield. I think Cook stepped out of bounds, but that's a nice first down play. Opens a lot of the playbook up here. 2nd and 1. Probably could have, if Cook didn't step out of bounds, they probably could have got upfield for another 5 to 10 yards. But he did step out. But again, 2nd and 1 is actually not a bad spot to be in because it kind of gives you a throwaway play here where like you can kind of get aggressive, whereas if it was first down, you don't want to get off to a bad foot and take a shot. But see what Farls does. 2nd and 1. Or PA deep shot. He has wide potential. He's going to go. Ooh, nice little user right there by Farls. Get there. Great play by ZFarls. And if that isn't vintage ZFarls, I don't know what is. The playmaker downfield. That's just classic ZFarls. That's just classic ZFarls. Ball on the 24. 41 seconds to go. Wow. So, already in field goal range here. 24 seconds, 1 timeout. Going to go to a quick base or trap. The gun trips. He falls forward. He gets 5 yards, so good first down play. Now, ball on the 19. We're in the part of the field where posts over the middle of the field and all that stuff start becoming a factor for Farls. 2nd and 5. Wolf showing in that vaunted cover 2. Farls hits the flat. J.R. Cook get there. 1 tackle to beat. Farls takes a dive, calls a timeout. Plenty of time now.
Meant to go out of bounds.
Yeah. Ball on the 5. 15 seconds. And the worst thing you can do in this situation is take a sack. Because that's going to probably limit. You're probably going to have to go right to a field goal. Because you could pick a play, but you're probably not going to have your hot routes, not have a read, and you're just going to chuck it to the end zone. So a sack or a run here is not in the question. You can't run the ball. You got to throw to the end zone 3 times, and if you don't score, you go Fig Newton. Yeah, Jared Cook there. Jared Cook made some big plays, but he's also made some bonehead mistakes in this game. So here we are. Ball on the 5. 15 seconds to go. Wolfman in the Oakland Raiders whites. ZFarls in the Green Bay Packers green. Wolf bringing the safeties up in the box. Farls motioning Cook over. Smart route. Great play by ZFarls. And Jared Cook drops the ball. Okay. He still only took 3 seconds off the clock right there, but that was a nice quick pass there. Now 5 seconds, or ball on the 5-yard line, 12 seconds remaining. You still have plenty of time here to get 2 more throws off before you go for the field goal on 4th down. Then you get ball, start of the half, so plenty of time left in this game for ZFarls. 2nd and goal. Farls comes out in gun bunch. Wolf has his line pinched. Looks to be in a 4-4 front. Here we are. Ball on the 5. Touchdown, ZFarls. And that was a tip we talked earlier in the night. The high point pass. Farls through a corner over the middle of the field. Did you smart route that corner? The post?
Yeah.
Smart routed it. So great drive right there by Farls. So if we recap it, Wolf came down, kicked a field goal as opening drive. Then Farls comes out, throws a pass to the flat.
After he got a 4th down conversion.
After he got a 4th down conversion. Throws to the ball to the flat.
Very long field
Gets
goal.
a tip pass picked off by Wolf. Wolf then converts, gets the touchdown. Then Wolf then gets an interception, returns it about 40 yards, gets in the scoring range, gets another touchdown. Farls gets the ball back with about 50 seconds to go, 1 timeout. He goes down the field in 40 seconds, scores a touchdown. Here we are now, 6 seconds to go in the half. Farls only down 10. He gets ball at half. So just like that, you're down 17.
Pressure's on Wolf.
A little bit of composure.
Pressure's on Wolf, especially
Farls,
when you've continually choked in huge situations over and over and over and over, and it's in your blood, it's in your DNA. S. Gibbs can speak to this. It's happened to him all the time. Like, when you're a loser, you lose games. That's what it means to be one. Like,
counter, go. Ooh, break one. Break one. Wolf taking it into the second half.
so, me, I get better in the fourth quarter. Most people get worse. It's the same. I mean, that's the Gibbs special. But
all right. So, Farls down 10, ball at half. You come out. And in this situation, a lot of pressure is off on you here. If you didn't score the touchdown on the last drive or didn't even score at all, you feel a lot of pressure coming into this half. Where you come out here, you're down 10. You know that as long as you put points up on this drive here, you get a field goal or touchdown, it's a one-possession game. So a lot of the pressure is off on the offense here. You got to move the ball downfield. You got to score. But you're still in a very manageable situation, being only down 10. So you got to get to at least field goal range here if you're Farls. Wolf coming back out in that under front. Farls audibles out of the deuce close in the single back ace. Making a couple adjustments here. He's got the drag. He's going to go one-on-one downfield. Randall corner on the Cobb, and great play by Amerson. Little SWAT team right there. Farls thought he had a shot, had a beat there with Randall Cobb. That's a nice matchup there. Amerson, I believe, 89, 90 speed. Randall Cobb, I think, matched with 90 speed as well. I like the shot deep there, though. That's a one-on-one deep ball. Farls went for the rack opposed to the aggressive catch. I think wanted that deep speed there by Cobb. But a good play by Wolf with the SWAT. Now Farls comes back out in the deuce close. Ball in the 25. 2nd and 10. Wolf in that 4-3 under front again. Or 4-3 over plus front, looks like. 2nd and 10. Farls. Nice check down there by Farls. The drag there, a lot of times it's a 3-yard throw, but then it can turn into a 10-yard gain, as you saw there. So drag route, one of the best routes in the game, consistently always going to be there for you. Farls audibles back into single back ace, opts to go to the zone weak.
enjoy.
Wolf gets the 2-yard loss block shed. Farls now in a 2nd and 12 situation. Looks like to be coming back out in the deuce close. And let's see what we got here. 2nd and 12. Ball to 36. Actually come back out in the gun split close. Once again, down 10. We got ZFarls in the Packers green versus Wolfman in the Raiders white and silver pants. Farls gun split close. Motioning Lacey to the right. Quick hot route. Lacey inside. He's got the slant, got the drag. He throws a lob pass. Cook still catches it. So Farls gets 1 yard back. We're now 3rd and 11. Most likely in 4-down territory here as we get into the late portion of the third quarter here. Just about 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the third. 3rd and 11. Wolf. Defenders are back. Farls comes out in a gun spread alignment. First time this game. Looking to take advantage of the spread alignment here. Spreading the defense out. Get Starks underneath. Scrambles. Good user by Wolf. And now we get a 4th and 11 situation. This is the first big decision of the game. Farls now checking down to the empty tray. And here we go. 4th and 11. Ball in the 37. Still this is why this isn't a terrible call, because even if he doesn't convert here and Wolf comes down and kicks a field goal, you're still in that 2-score range. So that's where this calculated risk comes into play here. If you're Farls, he's got the Z spot route on the left. He goes to it, and not enough time in the pocket. The DNs were collapsing on him. And now we have a situation where we got to get a lock up on defense. Wolf looking to probably run the ball. And coming out in a 2 running back, 2 tight end set. That probably is that full house that he's been using so effectively. The Buffalo Bills playbook, you don't see it widely used online, but you do see it used very much so by some of the best players in the world. A lot of people love the strong eye. They love the pistol twins specifically. And then this full house, very underrated with the 0-1 trap. It's got the counter. A lot of good things from that formation there. Right there, you saw the halfback dive. Farls with a good run D there. Cover 4, show 2. We talked about that on TWIM earlier tonight. Gets the 1-yard loss. Wolf coming back out in that pistol tight end. Full house pistol. Amari Cooper split out wide. 1-on-1 Sam Shields. Farls moving some defenders around. Got more coverage bracketed over there. There's that motion. There's a play action fake canceled, and he goes an absolute dart over the middle of the field. And he gets the possession catch first down. So now you're in a spot where he's in field goal range. So now you can't give up a field goal. Now you got to just hold him to the field goal. You can't give up a touchdown. You give up a touchdown, the game's over. 1st and 10, ball in the 17.
The deuce close? Not like this.
Not the deuce close. It's somewhat, that's the deuce close. He just hits you with a halfback wham.
Who runs? You don't run my plays on me.
He just...
You don't run my plays on me.
Tight slots, wham. Tight slots, wham.
I hate when people run my plays on me.
There's nothing worse. It's the name of the game. The halfback wham. It's very good. And, ooh. And Farls now, ball in the 3, 2nd and goal. You still have hope. You got to hold them here, though. It's going to be very difficult. Farls bringing the defenders in out wide. I like that a lot. See if Wolf recognizes that. That screams wide receiver quick. What a great little call right there. Wide receiver quick. One of the better plays
defender
in the
up
game.
there.
It's a very difficult play to stop. Develops so quickly, gets on you so quick and so fast that you can't really do much about it. So if you're Farls here, you have won any shot to get back in this game. You're going to treat this 45 seconds like it's the end of the half of your previous game. You can't use previous quarter. You have 45 seconds to score a touchdown. That's really what you got to be looking at here. I suppose you could get a field goal and you're only down 14. So still time. There's still time. Things aren't looking great. But it all starts with being able to put points on the board, give the ball back to Wolf before the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the name of the game. That's how you get back in this game. If you get into the 4th at all, it's going to be tough because the milkman's going to be coming.
And he's not bringing milk. He's bringing the bill.
Yeah, he's bringing the Buffalo Bill. Wolfman's already chirping a little bit like it's a little too much in the chat. He's already saying he can't wait to rewatch this game. All right, 1st and 10, ball on the 25. Checks to the drag. Jordy Nelson gets an anthem there, wastes about 6 seconds on the clock. Farls, audibles out. Single back ace.
We got a touchdown here.
Farls calling his shot.
No, we don't, because we can't.
Wasting time on the clock here. Calling his shot. He wants it. Uh-oh, he got a Khalil Mack. Wins the one-on-one battle.
It's his first sack of the year, guys. Khalil Mack.
That is the name of the game. Khalil Mack. And that's why you play with the Raiders when you're playing regs, because Khalil Mack is a game changer. That is a one-on-one battle. That is a one-on-one win. He just beat up, I believe, Ryan Beluga. Halfback wham in the 4-3 under, just putting a defender right in that gap, making it tough to convert on the wham. 4th and 3. Great play by Farls. Jared Cook holds on. That's a great little... Did you put Jordy Nelson in there? Close to the drag?
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I run stock plays. I'm a man of the people.
What does that mean? A man of the people. I run stock. Man of the people run stock plays?
Yep, they're like NASCAR, stock cars, stock plays.
Stock plays are fun. I played a stock game last week. Coach's actually. It was a lot of fun, actually. Farls getting angry. Needs a touchdown quick. Wolf showing that two DBs deep. Farls. Single back. Deuce close. 1st and 10. Motion Cobb out wide. An interesting move. He's going to snap the ball. A soft squat. Has to get underneath. That's classic cover 2 football right there, boys and girls. Give up the 8-yard pass.